See the madness will brilliance.
That's got to be the best part I've ever seen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the one and the only Rumboyz Fantasy Network. I'm your host. It's your boy, Rumboyz Robbie, a.k.a. the Admiral. Make sure that you guys go ahead right away and spike that like button for me. Toss us one of those. Make that gray button that looks like this thumbs up go blue for me. Then I need you to go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel if you want. You can even join. Film sessions are coming up, NFL draft, so you're going to need that exclusive edge on your fantasy football league mates. Also, make sure that most of all, most important, ladies and gentlemen, the bar is open, okay? So I need you guys to dive off into the live chat, chit-chat with everyone around the circle, around the bar, okay? Drop your sports takes into the live chat because, ladies and gentlemen, this is Rumboyz After Dark, ladies and gentlemen. And as always, I am joined by my very loyal and esteemed pirate crew. We have a couple of guys running some errands, doing some things, and a couple of guys out of the office sick today. So it is what it is. Right now, we have all of our special guests here before the rest of the committee joins us. So we're going to dive right off into that. Representing Rumboyz.com, Rumboyz Fight Division. Ding, ding, ding. He is on the bell and the opening bell begins. Jake, the Great, the Bearded One.
Well, usually Bearded One. We saw somebody backstage who definitely surpasses me. We'll see.
Yeah, he definitely has a bigger beard than you.
For sure,
like
yeah.
4 back
and
there.
4. I give him credit on that one. Obviously, guys, tomorrow, Conor McGregor, UFC 257 versus Poirier. Chandler making the UFC debut versus Hooker. There'll be articles on that, with the winners really determining who might be the champion in the next couple months. But most importantly, I've made the J-Love cocktail. So, yes, I'm calling it that. It's just a kid's hug that we all had. This is grape. And you add a little bit of Colonel vodka, like in a little tiny glass right here. Just mix it in and make a kid's cocktail. And J-Love could drink it from his mom and not get yelled at. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Hey, I love.
I don't know how this tastes. It's probably be terrible.
Shout out to J-Love. It sounds like it's probably honestly going to be fire. Let's go.
It actually tastes like grape, surprisingly.
You got that
it's
grape
not
drink.
Awful.
You got that
Purple
drink in the cup. Purple drink. Let's go ahead and let's bring in our next guest. You guys have actually seen this panel member on here before. This is one. Their staff has actually grown. They actually now have a basketball staff. So I'd want to say like 1/6, 1/8 of the Heart to Start crew. I've been able to watch these brothers grow right before my very eyes. And it's beautiful watching it happen so organically. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. What? Guccini JD and this bitch. What? Getting lit.
What's happening to the Rumboyz, man? What's good? Thank you for having me on, man. Hell yeah.
Already. How have you been, man? What do you guys got popping off over there at Heart to Start?
Man, you described it best, bro. That motherfucking basketball, that hoop fantasy is going live right now, man. That shit lightweight doing numbers, man. And y'all check us out on YouTube, man. My boy, my cousin Kev, he over there, he brought in his homeboys that he grew up with.
Yeah.
Shout out to Woodrow, shout out to the real A-Wax, aka Art Vaughn. And then we got a daily fantasy guru over there that he be putting up numbers on that on the FanDuel. His name is Alan Lacey. Shout out to them dudes, man. Holding it down for the hoop, man.
Hey, big ups. Hey, Heart to Start Fantasy. Make sure you guys check them out. All right. Also representing the Belly Up Fantasy Sports crew. They literally cover everything. We've been messing with these dudes for a hot minute. They've been out there in the industry doing their thing for about, I want to say about 3+ years now. Hey, big ups to Billy Wade.
What's up, man? Thanks
What's
for having
good,
me,
bro?
man.
How you been?
Good, man. How y'all been?
Good, bro. Excited to have you on. Excited to have you represent your crew, man.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate
That
it.
is the superior beard on stream tonight. He has a name.
6 weeks. 6 weeks.
6 weeks? Damn.
Not playing.
Shit, it was like you was growing that motherfucker at least since she was 12.
It's been a while.
Let's go ahead. Let's get into our very next guest, representing the real deal fantasy football crew. Ladies and gentlemen, Cody of Smash Hits Sports.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're live and back at it. First time on since the Pandies.
Yes.
And boy, that was a night that I will remember most of. So, cheers, boys. I'm excited.
Well, you remembered most of that night. I just want to let you know that you may not remember this night. You'll just have to go back and watch it tomorrow morning.
Hey, nothing like a good rewatch. Get the views up.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, I like to call it drunken recall. You know. Yeah, I don't know if you guys seen Hangover. You know, when they they have to get drunk to remember all the fucked up shit that they did. It's a real thing. Trust me. It's how I ended up in a train on a one-way train to freaking Sylvania and I had to pay for another ticket back to get back to Italy. Crazy stories from the military. Let's go ahead and let's de-Christian the set. The bar is officially open, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab this wonderful bottle of a brand that is not giving me money right now because this is not a fucking ad and it should be. But Bacardi Spice give me money. I got a special bottle of that Santiago de Cuba 1862. Fellas, if y'all don't mind, go ahead. You know, whatever you sipping on, pour up with me. Y'all know how it do. First shot's on me. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the rum boys and girls, what it do? Dilly dilly, y'all.
Dilly.
And before we dive into tonight's show, I just want to remind everyone out there, all the wonderful people, we are live on our YouTube channel, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're live on sportscaster.com. Sportscaster, pay the bills, dilly. And then also we are live on our Periscope. Periscope and Sportscaster may be going away soon, should be going away soon. So make sure you guys check us out on YouTube and also brand new our Twitch channel at Rumboyz spelled with a Z N-E-T is where you can catch all the action tonight. Also want to remind you to download the Monkey Knife Fight app. Promo code Rumboyz, monkeyknifefight.com. Head on over to monkeyknifefight.com for all your daily fantasy sports needs. Here from the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, we promise, you know, that legal daily fantasy sports action, okay? We got NFL, we got college basketball, we got NBA, you know, the NBA, they're all competing on their own courts right now. You know, hockey, everything, any sport that you could imagine, golf. Golf is really huge right now, and the payouts on golf are bananas right now. Make sure you guys head over to monkeyknifefight.com. Promo code Rumboyz. Download the Monkey Knife Fight app. Promo code Rumboyz. Same thing. Just, you know, you're doing it on this thing right here instead of your laptop. Hey, yo, you know, go ahead and check us out. We're matching deposits all the way up to $50. All right, so you drop 50, we give you another 50. You drop 20, you know, let's say you don't want to do it 50. Like, hey, mama gotta eat it, baby needs some shoes. I can't drop 50. Drop the 10, drop the 20. I'll match you on whatever you drop. Dilly, y'all.
Dilly,
Right.
big.
Buy some Starberries.
What's up?
Buy some Starberries.
Buy some Starberries. Oh my gosh,
$7,
yeah.
Like $10 basketball shoes.
I remember them joints. I remember
They
them
ripped
joints.
in half the second you used them once.
Yo, those were
you
fire.
had
Those were fire back in the
motherfuckers,
day.
bruh?
Yeah, man, I had a fucking pair, bro. I was the person.
I had like three
I
of
was
them,
the
dude.
person, bro. I was the person that any basketball player that came out with the shoe, I had a pair.
That's right.
Like I had a pair, like bro. But my biggest exception was Jordans and Iversons. Like Jordan and Iverson, you could not break me off of those two. Like Iverson till this day will be the only Reebok that I'll rock. That and classics.
100%.
I mean,
you know.
Starbursts are like $8. So
Real
I think
talk.
everybody had those at some point.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah,
had
you
a
revolutionized the game with those. Those are awesome.
Or what about when Chris Webber had, or I think it was Freewell that had the spinner on his shit when he
pair.
had the
The
rim.
Dadas, bro.
The Dadas on my mama.
Bro, hey, and then you used to open up the East Bay magazine. and you open that joint up,
Well,
you see
don't
the
take
irises
it
and the
to
donuts
East
right
Bay.
next to each other, bro. The irises and the donuts be right next to each other, bro.
Bro, East
Motherfuckers
Bay
coming
was
to-
the shit.
Motherfuckers coming to school and they be like, yo, look at my feet.
Back.
Spinning. Like, yo, what is wrong with you, bro? You don't even
Hey,
got a car. You are 12.
but you still spinning though.
Exactly. You still spinning. Hey, let's go ahead and dive into tonight's show. First things first. I guess the best way, I don't even guess, I more so know. The best way for us to start off tonight is news that shocked the world of sports all over and really honestly just shocked Americans as a whole. We want to really quick, as the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, give a really huge rest in peace, a rest in paradise to Hank Aaron, who passed away last night at age 86. Aaron, probably one of the most prolific baseball players, surpassing, I mean, Babe Ruth, home runs. I mean, I'll let you guys take over. The fact that he had so much power in his wrist, and it wasn't until the MLB that, until he got into the majors that he learned to switch his hands, and it's just so much we can say about the gentleman. Jake, I'll let you go ahead and begin.
Yeah, he is the home run king in my opinion. There's not much debate. I don't really respect Barry Bonds' record or any of those records. I think I think Roger Maris has a single season, and I think he's the home run king, total numbers. So he's obviously, to me, the greatest power hitter of all time. Did it over 22 years. And I think we all remember the video of both teams just congratulating him after that home run in center field.
Yeah.
And his best friend high-fived him, actually, on the other team at third base, right? As he turned it. And it's one of those moments. I think that was the biggest moment in baseball when it came to it, because baseball is a power-hitting sport. And I think that and the Willie Mays catch are the two most iconic moments in baseball.
I like the take. I respect the hell out of that. JD, how do you feel about this moment, brother?
Man, first off, rest in peace, and hopefully, God blesses his family with healing and strength as they go through this terrible time right now. But he's a legend, though, bro. His family has something to be dearly proud of, not only as being the home run king, but going through what he went through at a period of time where it was still lightweight, even though they happened in '74. But it took him so many years to get to that point, and going through that point is going through segregation in the motherfucking the rights, the civil rights movement. You know what I mean? But just for him to be a pillar in the community where I'm proudly from, you know what I mean, and others motherfuckers that look just like me, you know what I mean? He did it the right way. And then some of his accomplishments that I didn't know that he had was he was a 300 career hitter, which it ain't too many people that batted 300. And then not let alone have 3,000 hits. There's only two people that I know of is Pete Rose and Ichiro that got, 3,000, because I kind of fell off on following baseball, but Pete Rose and Ichiro had to play, in the Japan League for a while. But when he came over here, he was a hitting machine. So just to shout out, Big Hank for having them 755 home runs, but to bat 300, Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter's a career 300 a lifetime hitter. Shit like that. You getting on base 3 to 4 times a day, 5 times a game, bro. That's, you know what I mean? You getting you helping your teammates bring you in and shit like that. So yeah, definitely, shout out to him and his accomplishments, and may he rest in peace, and may God bless his family with shit healing and strength, bro.
Cody?
Yeah, I mean, Hank lived a hell of a life. There's some stats, like there are certain statistics in sports that just like blow your mind. Like you look at Willie Mays, you look at Wilt Chamberlain, you look at Michael Jordan, Tom Brady. Their stats are just ridiculous. And Hank Aaron is one of those guys who not only did he do it at the highest level, he did it at the highest level for 20 years, which is unbelievable. The guy made an all-star 20 consecutive seasons. He went around the base 12 miles further than the next player behind him. I mean, it's unbelievable. Dude is a legend. an absolute legend. And not only that, but he pushed forward the game of baseball and the African American community at the same time in a time where they needed it. I mean, the dude is a legend. I mean, he's going to go down as one of the greatest athletes of all time, more or less one of the greatest baseball players.
Absolutely, absolutely. Much respect. Billy, how do you feel?
Man. Oh man, Hank Aaron is doing that at a time that many of the issues we're still dealing with today, trying to break down that race barrier. Iconic moment for me with Hank Aaron, rounding second base after a home run, fans running onto the field to pat him on the back just to get close to this guy. I mean, that just speaks volumes. Back in those days when he was doing it, I mean, he's still my home run king to piggyback Jake there. Third all time in career hits, most RBIs in MLB history. Him and Babe Ruth are the only men to ever drive in 2,200 or more runs, which is just an incredible feat. He's a career 305 hitter, like JD said, over 300 hitter. But, you name some other guys that hit 3,000 hits. None of those guys were power hitters. Just to go give a testament to the power and the overall ability that Hank Aaron brought to the game. We lost a true legend today, and not just MLB history, sports and American history as well.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And he didn't try to be a power hitter either. He just a lot of his home runs were right over there. He was a solid hitter. He had the power to take it over the fence, but he was not aiming over the green monster like McGuire and Bonds were.
No.
And I think I also heard that he never hit over like 45 home runs, or hit 50. Yeah. It was just a consistent 35, 40, 45 home runs for 18 straight seasons.
I just wish his team was better. I wish he could have won some playoff series and really made a run, but the team was just really bad around him.
One of the things that I want to point out and that I kind of mentioned in the beginning, and how you guys mentioned, he never intended to be a power hitter. His hand placement actually on the bat, originally, and before he had transferred from the Negro leagues over into the majors, his hand placement was actually off. His wrist strength was just so fucking powerful that he could just whack
he was a pool hitter before being a pool hitter was a plan. He just hit the baseball that way.
Exactly, he just hit it that way,
which showed his reaction time because he had to wait for the baseball a lot longer than anyone else did. And to me, me as someone, a former athlete, I put my body through so many fucking injuries, so many injuries. Like there's certain parts of my body where I can't even feel, like I have nerve damage. I can't even feel, So just thinking about like changing your technique, especially when, if you guys saw my interview recently with Eric Crocker, we do have a guest backstage I'm gonna bring up shortly. If you guys saw my interview recently this past week with Eric Crocker, we talk about how in football, whatever you are at a certain point in your playing career and your level, like that's what you are. Like that's your skill set, So to be able to switch that up, I mean, I just applaud the fuck out of that as an athlete. That takes dedication, that takes focus. And to him, and from the stories that I've heard, it was something that he just did so flawlessly, where he went from this to just this, and then it was an automatic adjustment, and to me that is just an amazing feat. And then to match the consistency with it, like you said, constant 30, 35 home run per season hitter. And then at the same time to not literally, legitimately, when I tell you, not give a single fuck with all the death threats and all the racism and everything. And listen, there's some shit happening now, but there was some shit happening then.
Facts, 100%. And playing in the South, he was playing for the Braves when he did the shit, man. And I mean, Georgia, bro, we ain't, fuck, bro. That whole motherfucking South, Confederate flags,
Hey, and the fact that he had the ability to adapt and overcome in that era, so beautiful. We're going to get one more take here on this topic before we go into the next one. It is going to be Nate. Nate, what is good, brother? I like the backdrop. Colorado, we up in here. What up? Oh, you on mute.
I'm unmuted.
Right, there we go.
Shit.
There we go.
Hey.
What up, guys? How's it going tonight?
Going good, bro. Going good. What is your take on? First off, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. Great to be here.
Me and you, we in the same state. Like we're literally 45 minutes apart, so we got
Yeah, right.
up, bro. We gotta link up.
Yeah, bro. We gotta have a beer.
Yeah, have a beer. What is your take on the passing of Hank Aaron? How has it impacted you today specifically? So on and so forth.
Yeah, it made me really sad. Baseball was my first love as a kid.
Same.
I've been a Red Sox fan my whole life because we didn't have a team here when I was growing up. And then obviously we got the Rockies and they suck. But Hank Aaron was one of the players my dad first taught me about outside of Carl Yastrzemski and Ted Williams. So he was always kind of an idol for me. I'm really sad. I think one of the greatest players that ever played the game. And I think if you don't include him in a top 10 conversation, you're crazy. I heard you guys talking about his consistency, so I pulled him up on Baseball Reference.
Nice.
So the last season he hit less than 30 home runs was 1964, and he retired in 1976.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
If you take out his last 3 seasons, obviously where he didn't play full seasons.
Yeah.
But when he was playing a full season, the dude was hitting 35 to 40 to 50 home runs consistently. Actually, you know what? He never hit 50 home runs in a season.
Right. Oh, my mama.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's
unbelievable.
But that's consistency. I don't know. I'm sad. It's a sad day for baseball. It's a sad day for America. He was, like you said, hard to start. He didn't give a fuck, man. The guy was getting death threats. And he was being told he didn't belong, and he did it for 20-something years. And when he passed Babe Ruth, I can't imagine what he had to go through negatively when that happened because people were angry.
Yeah.
And especially, like you said, in Georgia, in the South, in Atlanta. I think he was an icon. I think he was probably one of the most important players in the history of baseball. And I'm sad. Yeah. I'm sad today. I'm sad today that he's gone.
Yo.
I mean, is it weird to compare, but you could say that they're like the Mike Trout in terms of the fielding ability and Bryce Harper when he was in MVP range, where one was the power guy but not the good fielder, and the other was
If we wanted to relate it to the younger viewers, to the younger audience, yes, I feel like you could say that, but I feel like that is such a discredit to what they did and what they had to go through
100%.
on
I'm just
and
saying,
off the
that was
field.
a rivalry and debate, though. Who's a better player? Yeah. Early in their careers, it was like that coming up, where what's more important, the fielding or their consistent power that you received?
They're both important. I mean, you can't win without a power guy in your lineup. Albert Pujols, what is he? Has he won any Gold Gloves? He's not that great. I mean,
I think he was getting one at the end of his St. Louis career, but he probably didn't deserve it.
Probably not.
Things, such a good MVP player, just give him this, So
right.
Griffey might be the only dude on the level. He won the Gold Glove for center field in the AL the entire decade of the 90s, and one of the greatest power hitters ever lived, period. Sweetest swing ever. And I'm sure Hank Aaron had a big part in a lot of his motivation growing up and who he wanted to be.
No, I definitely agree with that Griffey take, though. And then you gotta remember, though, when Griffey got to Cincinnati, it was all injury-plagued seasons. He did all this damage in Seattle. Now, if he would have not had injuries, and I think he's at six something. I can't think of it right off the top, but I know he got 600+ home runs. Just imagine if Griffey didn't have all those injury-plagued seasons in Cincinnati. You know what I mean? So definitely, I agree with that Griffey take.
Griffey could have hit 800 home runs.
Easy.
Yeah, I mean,
easy.
He was on pace.
And it was just like how he said his swing is the most beautiful swing there is, and it seemed like it was fucking effortless, though, bro.
So effortless.
Well, it was effortless. It was like watching Tiger Woods hit his driver.
Yes.
I agree with that.
Griffey was the one player.
Fun to watch.
Every hit was a bat. His natural swing was a bat flip. It came off literally one hand, and he just flipped it behind his head and ran.
Yeah. Right.
It didn't matter. It just how he came up was one hand, threw it behind his head, and it flipped every time and landed right on the bill of the bat. It was so weird.
I'm saying this now. There has only ever been once in Rumboyz Fantasy Network history that we were able to take a fan or analyst, someone that we legitimately, really fuck with us, they support us to a fucking game. And we took actually Arter. He hasn't been in here forever, dealing with family issues and stuff. But Arter, my homie out in LA, took this man on his 21st fucking birthday. It just matched up when we were out in LA at the same time to interview the rookies to his very first Dodgers game. Nate, me and you, we live next to each other. We need to hit a Rockies game, bro.
Hell yeah, dude.
We need to hit a Rockies game
So my favorite game second favorite game I've ever been to was that 2007 Rockies play-in game. Jen and I went to that game when they made the playoffs, because they made that crazy run where they won I think 21 of 22 games to finish out the season. Like it was insane. Like watching that was insane. And we went to we ran to King Soopers after that game ended and bought tickets. King Soopers is like a Kroger grocery store.
It's our
it's our Kroger, whatever.
Yeah, whatever y'all got local. Your Winn-Dixie.
So ran to the grocery store, grabbed the tickets, got to the game. We went with some friends of ours. We got tickets in the rock pile, which is like the cheap seats. They're like literally like high school bleachers, but like the best view in dead center field. And 13 innings, man. They stopped selling beer in the 7th inning. So, I mean, we went, 6 innings with nothing to drink. It's like midnight, and Matt Holliday scores, and we're going to the playoffs.
Yeah, that's
I remember that. Everybody fucking stormed the goddamn streets, and I was like, I told my ex at the time, I was like, I'm leaving. She's like, where are you going? I was like, I'm going to fucking Denver. She's like, why? I was like, can you not see what's happening on the news right now? I made that fucking drive, bro, and I watched so much crazy shit happen, dude. I love championship parades. Like I don't have to be a fan of no Denver team, but I will go if there's a parade. I'll be a fan of that damn day.
Yeah.
When the Broncos
I pay taxes here. I pay taxes for that stadium.
Right.
Yo, let's go.
When the Avs won their first cup, I've been to all the championship parades Denver's ever had because I've been alive for all of them.
Yeah.
3 Broncos. Well, actually, I take that back. We didn't go to the last Broncos parade, but the first Super Bowl they won, I went to that parade. Dude, there were 1 million people in downtown Denver. It was insane.
That's the year they beat Green Bay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
The top sporting event I witnessed was the J.J. Hickson dunk, or it was James Harden on J.J. Hickson his rookie year.
Don't miss this. Your wife, she's like, best game ever, so sober. That's how you know that it's a true story. Yeah.
Well, dude, we got into the 12th inning. She's like,
It's a great game if you can be sober and entertained in baseball.
Right? Well, we were both like,
That's
dude,
hard to do. It's not easy.
Let's get into the next topic. We're actually going to just move around. We're just going to move the second and the third topic. I don't know if you guys are paying attention to the show sheet. To be honest, you probably don't need to. Sports cards are back, and they are on the come up. Many of us, look, I'm going to put it this way. Many of us invest in stocks. Many of us invest in real estate. All of us, of course, fucking play fantasy football. And some of us may the additional parlay, money line. We gamble some sort of fucking way, right? What is your thought? What are your thoughts on the sports card hustle? Is it a gamble you're willing to take, or are you going to stick to what you do? Like, I mean, this is something that's popping right now. I want to hear the thoughts, and we actually start at the bottom of the map. We do this like a snake draft, so we start with Billy, and then we snake back up.
Perfect.
Yeah, so I've been collecting since I was a kid. I have probably 2,000 or 3,000 Ken Griffey Jr. cards himself. Big Kobe collection, and I'm kind of out of the game now. If it doesn't have an autograph or a serial number, that's not what it used to be. The game's definitely way more broad than it used to be. But every year I do try to go attack the NFL game and get these rookies. I don't follow basketball and baseball like I used to, but I still try to get ahead of the game on these rookies for the NFL. So some I enjoy, some I did a lot of when I was a kid. But like I said, if it doesn't have an autograph or a serial number, the value's just not there like it used to be. So it kind of takes some of the fun out of it. But I still like to rip a pack open every once in a while when I'm standing in the Walmart parking lot for sure.
I like that tape. Damn, we're clipping that. After production, ding, 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 message. Kobe.
All right, so I'm a huge fan of sports cards. It's been something that, like, it started as a kid, and like you ask your mom when you're walking through the checkout at Walmart, you're like, "Hey, mom, like it's $1.99. Like, can I get it back?" And like it grows from there. And what I love about sports cars is it allows you to invest in what you think a player can be, right? So if you can buy a guy, like if you were a believer in, let's say a guy like Jalen Hurts, man, like you're a believer, he's a second round pick, he's behind Carson Wentz. You're like, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna buy his card, and then you can like, as you watch your guy, like it feels like your guy, right? Even if he's not on your team, or if you get a guy that is on your team, like I'm a Bengals fan, like, man, they drafted Joe Burrow. Like I immediately went out and got me a Joe Burrow card because like you want to root for your guy. So it's really cool to see. But I have like 4 or 5 of these binders, and I mean, they got cards in them that are just like I have Reggie Bush rookie card.
Oh yeah.
I got TJ Hushman-Zada. Like I got Hines Ward rookie cards. Like, man, it's cool. It's really cool to see. Like it's a fun hobby, and I'm glad it's kind of, because I felt like it fell off for a couple years.
The stats on the
20
back,
years,
like,
maybe
you love
more.
watching as a kid.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Nate?
So I just recently learned of this resurgence in trading cards, and I haven't like really had a chance to like look into it. But so Cody, that binder you held up, when I was a kid, I had like 7 of those at least, if not like.
I love that binder, by the way.
Cool story, actually. My father, for a living, for a year and a half when I was a kid, designed football cards for a living for a company called Collector's Edge.
Mm-hmm.
So your dad had the coolest job of all time.
Yeah, no, he really did, dude. It was incredible. Like, I mean, I'm talking like uncut sheets of like full, like these massive, and their big thing was they had like a different like sheen to them. So they were almost like metallic, most of them.
Yeah.
And they had like the embossing on them, and like it was nuts. So I was really into it when I was a kid, but like I don't think I bought a pack of cards since I was probably like 12, maybe 13. So that's been 25 years, maybe. I had a Bo Jackson rookie card when I was a kid that I put in my bicycle in the spokes.
Bro.
Yeah, we all
did that.
Bro, every kid thought they were so
We all
bad.
did it.
Bro, we were the coolest kids of all time. Like you put that in there, like, oh man.
So to tell you,
that's my Carb Alone fucking card right there, just riding through this post, getting shredded.
Hey, you can't do that
right?
with the cell phone. These kids nowadays don't get that, man. You can't have that much fun with the cell phone.
Oh,
you cannot.
My Huffy sounded like a dirt bike. It was.
But I'll shred fucking what was probably going to be $1 million in a couple years on a bike really quick back in the 90s.
Got one of those LeBron rookies. You're like, shove it in the spoke.
So the dumbest thing I ever did, as far as like trading cards, I had a 91 Skybox Michael Jordan.
Oh gosh.
And at the local card shop, I traded it for 2 packs of 92 Upper Deck.
Karate Cowboy, appreciate it, man.
Upper Deck was the top of the line.
It was the top of the line.
But now you're like, fuck.
No, for real, like fuck. Because that card's worth like tens of thousands of dollars in mint condition. Yeah. Like, it's insane. And I think I also got an Oral Hershiser card.
We have Don't Know Hype. We have Don't Know Hype.
Roger Clemens card. Holy shit, it's Steffi.
We have it's Steffi right as we have Don't Know Hype. It's Steffi right as we have Don't Know Hype. Hold on. Let me grab my shot glass out the freezer.
Yeah, cool, please. Nate, I saw you and I was like, wait a second, I know that guy. Quick.
I know that guy.
Get me on there. I know that human.
What's up?
What's going on? I'm just on my 17th podcast for the day, so I'm wasted. I'm not gonna lie to anyone.
Do we ever lie?
We love it.
Yeah. Exactly. 4 is definitely a little. That's where we become excessive. I think my mom used that word.
My shot glass is right here.
It's that New York market. It's built.
I promise it hasn't hit yet. All right, so Karate Cowboy with the
Yeah, just a minute ago, but yeah, I guess making another one. I just kill the beer.
He's making another one. Don't make another. Wait, hold on. Slow down on making another one. Don't do that. Wait. Fuck. Do that. But wait.
It wasn't a beer. Never.
Where's Jen when you need her?
I shot my head with an immaculate resident case Jim Abbott rookie card. Oh my God! 1 hand, 1 heart, 1 vision. Y'all call y'all's mamas and
Jim Abbott had the nub, didn't he, on his glove?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember. Bro, I remember him pitching for the Red Sox.
Cheers to
Yeah.
me. Cheers
Or
to
the
you.
Angels.
Oh, Red Sox.
What it do? Dilly dilly, y'all.
Dilly dilly.
I love how the dono hype happens simultaneously as Steffi joins the fucking panel.
What was happening?
Nice.
I don't even know. I was like creeping backstage because it's been like a long day, and we had like we had Ian from Nate Will Tell You Better because I'll pronounce his last name wrong on our show, and I had to be like super serious. So it's been a long day because it was like my podcast kind of went from serious to less like where I could just be myself. But now my fucking hair is up. Like I don't want to. I'm done.
You can be yourself here. This is what
Yeah,
the whole
literally.
platform is built for. Go ahead. Who were we at? I think Nate, did you finish? And were we gonna go to JD?
You're whoever's next, man.
JD.
Man, so with Bill and Cody, man, y'all make me feel older than a motherfucker because I was buying cards in 1985 from the corner store. They was 50 cent a pack.
Yeah.
The mid 80s, it was tops, and then as we got closer to the 90s, it was the upper deck. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
Yep.
Oh, Tops
Definitely.
was the shit. If you had Tops
was
cards,
I got, and the cool thing is, I still got a lot of. So I used to just buy packs. You know, buy the pack, and then
Yep.
put the shit in the folder. I still got a few of my folders, but I still got a lot of just loose cards in general, and they go all the way back to
You still
85,
buy
86. Huh?
Oh yeah.
Do you still buy packs?
we're talking
Nah,
about it now.
I
That's
haven't
what we're
invested
talking
in those
about.
cards
Yeah.
right now in a long time, without
Yeah.
a doubt. But just like how Nate said, though, so I also used to buy Marvel cards. And I had a story about the local card shop myself. I got a motherfucking hologram Wolverine card, right?
Dude,
Oh,
I had that one. I had that
Comic
one.
book cards. Yeah.
Is that worth something? Because my
Yeah.
brother
Yeah.
has that to this
You know,
day, and he
but
gave
it
it to
was
me,
worth
and I
some,
never
so,
spent it
I
on
was
it.
like 10, 11 years old when I bought the motherfucker, but I opened the pack at the shop. And so the motherfucker that owned the card shop, he seen the card. He like, man, I'm gonna give you a whole box of the Marvel cards for that one card. You know what I did? I jumped on, you know, me being a young kid, I jumped on the whole box. I was like, oh, bruh. You know, and
I
thinking
think
back,
Jen and me as
like
an
this
adult.
motherfucker done got me, bruh, on everything. But just to
Yep.
answer the show
Dude.
topic, though, yes, it's a great idea to go ahead and invest into some cards right now, especially if you got kids, because it passes down that type of tradition that we all were brought up on. You know what I mean? Whether they might be some worth something or not. I did it because I mean, I love the sport. You know, I collected all three shit. Matter of fact, whoever said they had a Bo Jackson, I got the Bo Jackson with the shoulder pads in the back like this. I still got
Yes,
that.
yes, I remember that
Oh,
card.
I still got that motherfucker too, bro. So yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
That's some.
Hang on.
So
Before we get into Jake, and maybe before we get into Jake, maybe this is just what Jake says or not. My thing is,
Us.
oh my gosh, you're a turd for that. But good on you for catching that. Good on you. But what I was gonna say is, the reason why I phrase this question the way I phrase it, a lot of us play stocks. A lot of us own real estate. A lot of us, you know, we play fantasy football. We'll gamble on MGM, Bovada. We'll go to Vegas. Like, if you let us, like, if this shit was not, we would all be together in Vegas right now if there was not a pandemic going on together. Like,
A monkey knife fight. Download monkey knife fight.
download Monkey Knife Fight.
Yeah, hour and 30 minutes away from Reno too.
Yo, exactly.
Reno is still the top of Nevada.
Like,
Bro,
like,
you and I can just go to Central City together.
you know, we there's even shoe collectors out there. People, some of y'all collect shoes. Why would you not?
You know,
collect
hey,
sports
you know
cards?
that's my height, big bro. You go check
I
my
know,
gram.
bro.
That's all over my gram.
You're always in Reno, bro. That's your second home. Like, that is your second home. You and Kev, y'all are a mess. Steffi, I gotta get you. I gotta get you to see their gram. Like, they're next level. They're next level.
So can I just say one thing? Is the one thing that I like about collecting cards is I actually enjoy going to the store before I know that people are gonna get there, because when you see like a dad and like a 10-year-old get there after you, they're so pissed. Like, the dad is so angry because he like promised his kid he was gonna get there, and half the time I will just give. I don't really care that much, so like I'll give it away. But the faces that they make are so funny.
Dude, hey.
Bro, and dads get so much more worked up about it than the kids do. The kids are like, yeah, it's okay, like whatever. And the dads are like, no,
Dad's like, fuck.
you kidding me? You're gonna come in here
Okay,
and buy
Dad,
all
just
these
take me to
cars?
buy a video game or something. That's fine.
I'm going to
right?
Home Depot. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, just buy me a
I
video game.
know
It's fine.
he's
You're gonna
trading
pay. You're gonna
cards.
pay for something for me. I don't care what it is. No, it matters. This matters.
So how do you feel, Jake? Like, are you in on this or
Well-
nah, bro?
I mean, not okay. I did have a CC Sabathia rookie card that I lost. It was mint condition after he signed it and sent it to me on draft day. It's lost forever, but it wasn't worth much because cards are so tanked, and I didn't care about it. But I have a baseball signed by Cliff Lee and CC Sabathia from Youngstown State University, 2 Cy Young winners, and I actually remember. I was genuinely pissed at my dad because I didn't care about those two. I just want to get the Travis Hafner autograph. And I looked at that baseball now; it's actually worth something. So he was complaining too because the lines you could only do 2, but like they stopped Hafner's line. I was like, looking back on it, I have 2 Cy Young winners on 1 baseball, and it's like encased and stuff. We sent it,
That's nice.
so I'm like, that might be worth something eventually.
Yeah,
But-
that's pretty cool.
I was eventually into sports cards for a minute with basketball. With ended with Joe Johnson's prime with Atlanta. But I have for just trading cards. I have the e-reader Charizard from 20 years ago that I found, and I have the original Blue Eyes White Dragon for Yu-Gi-Oh. That might
Yeah,
be worth
bro,
something.
I got so much Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, dude, yeah, I'm gonna wait to sell that. But whenever I go to GameStop and buy a video game, I always buy like $70 worth of Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and to just get the stuff that has like a shiny name or holo. And I'm like, this will be worth something at some point. I'll give it to my niece and nephew and hope it's good.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
So
cool.
so here's my thing, okay? And I love what Raj said. He says I'm too young to be putting money into stuff like that. Laugh my ass off, which he's young as shit. Laugh my ass off.
no,
I
you're
gotta
not,
keep
because
it in
the
actual
nostalgia
investment.
market hits, man.
Here's my thing. Okay, an investment is an investment. All right, an investment is an investment. I would like to shout out someone that has once been on this show. My brother, from Authentic in the Bid, Mr. Tim Walk on Water, and my brother out there in the DMV in the DC Maryland Virginia area. He trades cards, he trades antiques, anything and everything. If, like I said, if you're already playing the stock market, if you're already collecting Jordans, if you're already buying real estate, what the fuck is another investment? What is another hustle? What is another legal, legitimate hustle to you?
Hey, do you remember the Dave Chappelle episode when they had Wu-Tang on there and the motherfuckers was like, diversify your bonds, motherfucker.
Diversify your bonds, exactly. Like, and that's what I'm really trying to preach.
100%.
That's what I'm really
and
trying to preach.
And sports cards are an investment too. That like, I relate a lot more to sports cards than I do to the Nasdaq and the S&P 500. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And if you have them,
I like the
do
pros.
not leave them in binders. Put them in separate sleeves. The ones that are actually getting some
Yeah.
value.
If you buy by
What is
I
this,
learned
a
that.
mixture
They're-
hour?
I had a Charizard from 25 years ago, and the
I know,
phone
my mom
that
handed
the
me
sleeve
them all
you
in
gave
like a
it is
binder.
like
I'm like, listen,
this
bitch,
in a way that
literally
isn't
money.
great. And I'm like, I don't want to flatten this thing, but the sleeve actually could prevent it, and the binders just coiled it up, and it's not fun.
Hey, man, and the sentimental value can be crazy on these cards, man. Like I said in the chat, I got a shout out to you, JD, a 1989 or 88 Griffey rookie, the tops traded. Spent my whole allowance on that bad boy when I was 10 in a screwed together case. It's got his name at the top. Still in that same case right here in the closet. Never been out, man. I show it off to my kids and my family, and that's about it. I don't even want people knowing I got that thing in there, man.
Back.
There's a
That
TCG.
motherfucker should go in the
They
safe
must film
grading
this
center.
one.
Yeah,
They'll never get
Texas.
rid of it.
Yeah.
You can
Okay.
send it to like Austin, Texas, and they grade your cards on value.
Yeah,
Like
I
Commerce
need to
now.
do a lot of
It's
that, man.
insane.
That upper
So-
deck Griffey rookie, crazy money, man. It used to be
Yeah.
crazy
Try to
money.
be worried.
So heading into the next topic, we can all then agree an investment is an investment. Play the game if you're really trying to get some damn money, right?
Right. 100%.
Your money don't do shit in your bank account. Don't do shit.
Exactly. Money doesn't discriminate.
But help the bank.
Hey,
Hey.
somebody's Hank Aaron collection is paying someone's mortgage after today, man, for real.
Yes, that is very
Honest
true.
Wagner
That's
is
very true.
$39 million.
That's
by
a
the
great
way.
fucking point, bro.
Honest Wagner, $39 million.
Yes, sir.
If you want one of the original 8.
Hey,
That's insane.
Let's get into this next topic. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it pushing. First off, I appreciate all you guys for being here. Greatly appreciated. Washington football team hires Matthew Mayhew as the new GM from the 49ers. Rivera's culture change and impact seems to really be evident when you look at it on camera. What should be expected of this team going forward? And we start with the bottom of the panel. Steffi, please kick it off for the gentleman. Ironically, that's ladies first. We didn't even plan that, by the way.
I think that it was a decent hire. I'm not going to say that this was the best hire that they could have made, but I don't hate it, and I like Washington. I think that they will definitely have success. This isn't going to be something that hurts them. So I think that their drafting and their free agency is going to come into play, and I don't know. So I don't think the coaching is going to be an issue. I'm very bought into Rivera, and I said it. I was on Washington. I said that. I don't even know what week it was. I said they're going to win the conference. And that was when the Giants were hot. I knew it was going to happen because they're in that defense, you're screwed.
I want to say you said it the week after Thanksgiving.
No, you said you're glad you took the 2 W's, so you can at least say you beat them twice.
Yeah, that's it. That's fine.
You did say that word for word.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we got the problem.
In our buzz.
They have it there. I mean, they're missing like 2 things, and that team is going to be scary, and people should watch out for them.
Mad respect. I appreciate it. Salutes. I appreciate it.
It makes me want to vomit. I want to be also clear that I hate that I can say that.
But you're an analyst. You're an analyst, and you're also doing your job.
It was like if we were talking about like anything else, like Washington, I have respect for because they deserve it.
I appreciate that. We've never actually been told that ever in our lives. Like,
yeah, I know.
It's like when you're in a relationship and your wife comes and apologizes to you. You're like, holy fuck, did that just happen?
It's hard.
Well,
Like their defense, that shit scares me. I don't care. It's
Cody's like,
defense.
don't give away the secret, bro. Fuck.
My dog thinks so too, actually.
What kind of dog is that before we get into Billy's say?
What is she doing?
Is that a corgi?
I got this dog off
We put mine on camera.
That is a semi-large dog. It was climbing up on her.
30 pounds. Don't be dramatic.
So it's a corgi. It's a corgi, right?
No, I just literally got her off the streets in Oven-Piga.
What the oven? All right, Billy, it's your take because she said something I can't pronounce.
Yeah, man, I think it's a good hire. Defensive-minded team trying to build that tough-minded mindset out there in the NFC East. QB needs strong. I believe in Rivera as well, although he's only had 3 winning seasons as a head coach. They're into a buzzsaw. Rivera back in the day in that Denver Broncos Super Bowl. I'm sure Von Miller's still haunting Cam Newton's nightmares after that game too. But this is a team built on toughness. So I like the hire coming from the 49ers organization. This team is built, inside out. They're tough in the trenches. Their QB need is real. I expect this team to go out and get a vet, maybe a Derek Carr. Heard some Cam Newton rumors. Mitchell Trubisky might be available. Tyrod Taylor, maybe an Andy Dalton even would suit this team well. I think they need a guy with some experience to take the team to the next level. But, hey, I expect them to compete for a wild card as a healthy Dallas team should win the NFC East. But number 2 defense overall after last season, they're definitely going to keep progressing in that area. This isn't a bad team, but they got some needs. But I like the way they're building that tough mindset, a little bit different than the other NFC East teams.
Hey, I try to hold it together so hard during your tape. But Karate Cowboy, Dan Schneider, shaves his own legs, but only the fucking. And why do I feel like that's a real thing as a Washington fan?
Okay. First of all, man, shaving your legs is not a bad thing.
No, it's not. I used to do it during track, but I didn't only say the front side. I saved all my if I was running, 100 meters, I'm smoking that ass. Smoking you longer than a brisket. 100 meters, I'm gone. But that's enough bragging about my athletic ability, And I smoke weed, but I can still run that fast. Just want to point that out there. Don't test me. Destroy
Push him 40 times.
Huh? I ran a 4.6. I ran a 4.6 in high school. Oh.
Huh?
Oh, I was like, oh, someone's serious on this? I was like, my first time. I ran a 4.6 in high school. Like now, probably 4.9, 5 flat. But I mean, still
That's still good right now,
I'm
bro.
30, though. Like, I'm 30.
Oh, you're
I'm
only 30?
I'll
You're
be 30.
young.
I'll be 30. Oh, my dirty 30 is this year in June.
Awesome,
You only
man.
be 30, bro? I thought you was a little bit. Oh, man. My bad.
No, man. I just cut off all the gray hair so no one can notice it on camera, bro.
Hey, last week, I forgot who was on the show, but that boy said he's talking about you know, you not having your lineup and shit, so I see you went and got you one.
Why you gotta do that?
I forgot who said that shit, but I see you went and seen the barber. You went to the Dominicans or some old shit y'all was saying last week.
Hey, I see you over there though, man. I see you.
Oh yeah, I got my shit. I got my juices and berries. You remember when Prince Hakeem, he wanted to go to when he went to New York and he said, I want to look like that.
You're like Easy when he got done with the Soul Glow.
Soul Glow. I got my shit going right now, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh no, it's all good. I just had to.
Coming to America Part 2 coming in sometime this year too.
You came.
Damn straight, dude. I'm excited for that movie.
You came up
so good.
I had to give you some back out, JD. That wasn't gonna fly. Cody, it's your take.
Oh man, fellas, jeez. I don't know how to follow up after that, but so I think Martin Mayhew is an NFC East hire, if that makes sense. He is he's a from all accounts around the league, he is loved by his players. He's a players first kind of GM, really supports his guys. That being said, when he was in Detroit, their GM, they got 41-63 underneath him. Granted, they had some not great coaching in Jim Schwartz over that time. They fired Jim Schwartz. He hired Jim Caldwell. Ended up going to the playoffs 2 seasons in his, tenure in Detroit. So I think Martin has the pieces. He doesn't have to worry about hiring a coach because he does have a good one there in Rivera. It'll be interesting to see what he does because they have the most important decision that any franchise can make right now, and who is going to be their quarterback in years to come. And oftentimes that can make or break a franchise. You see the difference between a good one and a bad one. Like the Bears drafting Mitchell Trubisky, or later the Texans drafting Deshaun Watson. Like how GMs use these picks determines the fate of your franchise. So hopefully Martin's the right guy. As Anna Carter, I think he's going to do a great job. I think it's a good signing to represent like the African American community who should get more of these positions. I'm excited to watch Martin. He'll do a great job in Washington.
Definitely.
Okay, Nate, it's your turn to eat. Set the table really quick before you eat. We do got to bring in the madness really quick. Bogart got free, ladies and gentlemen.
Do I got a booger?
No, oh God,
Okay.
no.
The man.
What's happening?
What's
You know
happening?
what I mean? Hey, you hear Jake's clock going off because that indicates
That's
I'm
pretty
here.
ironic, yeah.
I arrived.
That happened right on time. Nate, it's
You know
your
what I'm saying?
take. Go ahead and go, bro.
So I like what he did with the 49ers. Obviously, I think the 49ers are a good franchise. I think they're run well. I think that the Jimmy Garoppolo thing was a huge mistake. They'll recover. And they had like 20 players on IR at some point. Like it was ridiculous. Like they were still. It was insane. They were still like Deebo Samuel couldn't stay. Like they lost on both sides of the ball. They lost so many people and still somewhat held it together. So I'm impressed. So anybody coming from the 49ers franchise, I'm gonna like. And I think that Rivera has changed the culture in Washington. And what they need right now is a quarterback. Their offensive line's pretty good.
Yep.
They've got Terry McLaurin. They've got J.D. McKissick.
They got Wolverine.
They got and Logan Thomas.
Yep.
Yep. So this franchise, Antonio Gibson, like this franchise is set up to succeed. They just need a quarterback.
Yep.
Dwayne Haskins was a terrible pick, obviously. He makes me think of like I think I told Jen the other day, we talked about comparing him to Jamarcus Russell. where it's like huge expectations and the dude just can't hack it. And I know he got picked up by the Steelers, which
The Steelers.
I don't think he'll last long. With
Dwayne
that.
Haskins.
Yeah.
Dwayne Haskins, man.
Haskins.
Like, they were actually like you
It's
saw
all about what's
flashes,
years.
right? And I think that you saw what they were capable of with Alex Smith. But imagine getting a better quarterback than Alex Smith in that offense. The things that come to mind is like if the Jets draft a
Taylor
quarterback.
Heineke, give me money.
Henneke, that's who I was going to say.
I love
Henneke, bro.
Good, dude.
XFL legend.
What?
XFL
I feel like
legend.
they needed Alex Smith though, man. That kind of helped that young group of guys kind
Quarterback
of learn how
room. It
to do
definitely
it on the right
helped
way.
the
You
I
know?
can
Alex
agree.
Smith plays another year though. Like, do you if he comes back? I think that Washington
He
needs
was
to.
no,
Alex
he was
Smith
given the
is a
open honor,
cyborg.
and that is the Alex Smith Award now, not Comeback Player of the Year. Just make it
I
Alex
agree.
Smith Award.
Right? No,
Just rename it.
dude, 17 surgeries. That's nuts.
He almost died.
He almost died. Yeah, he got
That
a
is
stabbing
more
infection.
kids than Rivers has.
He also
No.
said his
No, he
life.
doesn't.
Nobody has more kids than
It was too easy. I had to do it. I had to do it.
Hey,
Ryan
before-
Fitzpatrick, he's trying.
Before
Ryan
anyone,
Fitzpatrick.
before anyone can trash this take, I'm gonna just say, "Hail to the football team!" We officially have
bro.
Yeah, I said
football
40
people.
I mean, Ron Rivera made me like
I
Washington.
can't sing. Don't do that. Don't. Are you gonna drop that on Twitter, Steffi? I can't sing.
No.
Oh fuck.
Well, I mean, I cut everything. I found the funniest videos of Bogart today. They're
Yes.
fucking funny. And now all of a sudden I'll be in my kitchen and I'll just see like I'll be doing something. I'll be like, napkins, give me money. Like why am I saying napkins, give me money for no reason?
upper.
It's
We got a
fucking
new
9
one.
o'clock in the morning and I need a napkin so I can eat my hard boiled egg. Like there's no
Nice.
reason.
Sounds like keto.
JD, your take, Matthew Mayhew to the football team.
Man, it shows to me that, what everything that Daniel Snyder got going on, with him owning, I don't know what the specific percentages of the team, but I know he's the majority owner, and then
He owns too much.
minority owners
He's
is
the
trying to
majority
get him out of
sex
there.
offender.
You got sex scandals, you got all types of shit like that, but you're getting football people in there to run the motherfucking team, bro. That's the main thing. You get your motherfucking young ass billionaire, whatever you do, you like to play around and you think that it's a hot shit. He wants to be like a Jerry Jones or just one of those, faces in the ownership. He's like a CEO of a rap label that wants to put their face in the want to be dancing in the cameras and shit like that. He's that type
Big
of
bitty
person.
ass motherfucker.
100%, man. You go sit your motherfucking ass down, sign these checks, get some football people in here with Ron Rivera, with Mayhew, who won a Super Bowl with the HTTR. You know what I mean? So it's good to see a young brother. Well, he ain't a young brother, but he's still fairly young.
Brother,
For him to have a high-ranking seat at the table in a football franchise. So I think it's a great move, especially coming from. I'm Niner gang to the heart, man. You know what I mean? So,
Bang, bang.
bang, bang, off top. So I think it's a great move. You know what I mean? Even though our track record for the last few years on drafting early hasn't been what it has been, but our late picks and the culture that we have in that locker room is fucking wonderful, bro, on everything. And that's what he's going to bring, bro.
I do want to state that I did not purposely
You need a
write
guy who
this
fits. and I think
question
he fits.
in a manner to where most of the people and most of our staff especially are 49ers fans. So I do apologize that I put this question in the manner that it is. It's just
Don't
the way it
apologize.
is
I
fell.
like it.
It's just
I
the way
like
it is
it.
fell.
Wait till my turn. I got something for you.
No, you get to go after you and Steffi get to go after Jake. Jake, go ahead.
I mean, I trust Rivera. I don't think he had
Okay,
much
Steffi
say
already
on
went,
this
never mind.
one.
Yeah.
I trust the culture that's being built there. It is hard to find a quarterback, and you're not drafting in the best spot to find the quarterback. So I think it just comes down to it's already there regardless of who you hire. If you can find the right quarterback, and if you get, I'm thinking what you're going to, at where you're at, maybe have to get the fourth quarterback available.
What are
maybe
they,
third.
18th?
Best
Yeah.
case.
18th. Okay.
So you have to think, do you like, I guess at this point, Lance or Wilson, right? Zach Wilson?
I'll take Zach Wilson.
Oh,
I take Zach.
I like
oh,
Zach
Jake,
Wilson.
Jake,
In a
So
heart
did
Jake,
Dave.
in a
Jake,
heartbeat.
don't play with my feelings like that. Don't play with
I
my
like
feelings.
Zach Wilson if he can get there. I don't see.
Also,
He might
I
be
think
stuck
that
at
would be
Trey Lance
realistic
area.
that that's not happening,
Just-
right?
I hope he
That's
doesn't do
something that's very
the
realistic
easy
that can
move.
happen.
I hope he doesn't do the move that everyone might fear and try to go, okay, Mac Jones is a very, very late first. I might take him early because we need a quarterback. I hope they don't go with Mac Jones. That's the ultimate one. If you don't get
Hell
the
of a
top four
name.
quarterbacks, you don't get Lance and you
I don't
don't
want
get
Mac Jones. I don't want Mac Jones.
Wilson, don't take a quarterback first round this year. And you're not going to have a great season next year, but don't reach for Mac Jones.
you won't.
That's
Yeah.
the one thing you don't do. Be
I'm
bad
ready.
next
I'm
year,
ready to
maybe.
not have a good season next year. I'm ready to not have a
Yeah.
good season next year
What
to
are you
figure out.
talking
Like,
about?
Mac
So
Jones
what-
is a
It's
quarterback
a
you do not
reverse
want to
jinx.
draft first round, and they might reach
no
for
one
it,
in
but
our
don't
division ever repeats. No one in our division
Oh,
ever
that's
repeats.
an AOV chat. 100% the reverse jinx. Fuck,
It's,
bruh.
it's a classic reverse jinx.
But yeah, my general take is the teams there get a quarterback. Don't reach though. If you can get the top four that everyone likes, go for it. Do not reach for a guy like Mac Jones or anybody else. Take the best player available if you can't get the top
Bogey.
quarterback and wait.
I want to see them get a vet, man. They need to know.
Yes. Okay, I got one.
I
I
agree
got
with
one.
that vet take.
Oh,
I
I got
definitely agree
one.
with
I got one.
Yeah.
So now that
No.
Mayhew's over there, right? Mayhew, he was in the building. He's seen a QB that was real handsome take them to the Super Bowl. We'll go ahead and
you.
trade them Jimmy G. You know what I'm saying?
No,
we
no.
trade them Jimmy G for that 18th pick overall. We take the 18th and the 12th pick overall, and we go ahead and we bring over Watson. Let's go. Dial it up.
I find it ironic.
Watson's
Mushroom.
gonna be like
Dial
three
it
first
up.
rounds and like 4
That's
second
all
rounds,
good.
dude.
That's all
Dude,
good.
I find it
We're
ironic.
doing it all.
Get him
We're
on
doing
the
it all.
ball right now.
I find it ironic. I had to spark the motherfucking J right before you talk. Like I knew it was
Make the
gonna be
phone
some
call.
shit.
But you know what? I think the hire is awesome. You know what I mean? They got a lot of brothers over there in the office, man. Even their president of Scout he's a brother. The president of the Scout personnel, or whatever it is, the title. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? Also, even the president of the team, the first quarterback, the first black quarterback, Doug Williams. You know what I'm saying? He's in the office as well. Like, you know what I mean? They
Oh God, Bogart's full counts here.
oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know what I've arrived. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, Bogart.
But, Jimmy-
I heard my name.
I would
That's
like.
how you know you arrived.
Listen, I'm like Superman, bro. You got to see them in the same spot at the same time. You know what I mean? That's
And
Clark
no,
Kent,
fuck no.
man.
We don't want Andy Dalton.
No,
we don't
dude.
want Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
No.
But you know what though?
Sorry,
for a
Billy.
Sam
team-
Darnold might take.
No, I got torn apart though. Is he not like at least a somewhat he's at least like he's like very bottom tier, but he's a capable, functional for what you need. He's just gonna
Yeah,
die.
I mean, if Kyle Allen ripped off, if Kyle Allen went like what 5-1 when he was started for Carolina, you know what I mean? I mean, granted they had CMC, but you got Gibson over there and you got
Yeah.
McLaurin. You know, I mean, really, you might just need a game manager. That's why I feel like
A Trent Dilfer.
Well, that's why the game manager, the legendary
the
game
boy
manager,
hit-
Alex
the
Smith,
boy
did his
hits
thing
him.
over there.
Hence,
guys
he did
are
his
not
motherfucking
making
thing in the
that
playoff game, though,
Hey,
bro.
hey,
You guys are not.
Totally,
Matt
he did.
Stafford,
Any
get
better.
Matt Stafford over there.
Matt Stafford.
No,
ain't
definitely.
going
I'm
nowhere.
okay with that.
There's
Now I'm
no way
okay
to
with
trade
that.
that team.
I think Detroit
I
cleans
would
house
like-
and they go full remodel. You know what I mean?
Sure, but you don't
we are
clean
not-
house and get rid of Stafford. There's
Hold
no
on.
way.
If we are not
I
going
just
to
can't. I mean, maybe, but I can't see it.
if
Sorry.
we are not going to risk it to get the biscuit, okay, I will take Stafford. I'll take the risk it to get the biscuit
Fitzmagic?
and Watson.
Can I ask you a question?
I'll
When's the
even take
last time you
that
guys-
one.
When's the last time you risked it for the biscuit though?
Fucking RG3, and then he fucking broke his leg because he
Yeah,
didn't
you
want to
gave
go out
him
of
a draft for like
bounds.
7
The
years.
last time I risked it
Yeah.
for the biscuit, I'm
Why
having
would
my
you
first
literally
shot.
traded the
with that?
decade
That was
away
so
in the
mean.
draft.
I thought
Man,
we were
y'all
friendly.
rushed RG3 back that playoff game against Seattle
Okay.
too. I remember looking at his
RG3's a free
motherfucking
agent.
leg.
Maybe.
Bro.
But he rushed himself back too. And he
I
rushed
know,
himself back
right?
in week one.
That's how you
I
feel about
mean,
it.
of course, the player
I
gonna
mean-
rush him back, but the coaches could be like, "Man, sit your motherfucking ass down, bro."
Hey,
He wants to
Steffi,
be out there.
Steffi,
I hope they
and-
don't
and-
get Mac Jones though, because Mac Jones,
Steffi.
like quarterbacks that come out of Alabama.
Hear me
yeah,
out.
You know what I mean?
Hear me out. Because
do well in
now
Alabama,
we
yeah.
officially,
I
now we officially got to put a nail in the coffin on this topic, okay? So, in the words of the female queen for y'all, okay? Listen, this is where you put me after you brought this up. I've been drinking.
I'm not a queen.
I've been drinking.
That do
Cause Stephanie hit me with that take and it hurt my feelings. It hurt my feelings.
Oh God,
Stop
these are all
pouring this from
empty.
the
All of these are
killer.
empty. Why? Okay.
Damn it. That shit hurt my feelings, Steffi. When's the last time you versus RG3?
Well,
Like,
when is the last time that? Can you name me the best quarterback?
RG3.
Kirk Cousins.
RG3.
Ew.
Mark Rippon.
Okay, Kirk's the best. Who's the guy before that like made the playoffs but wasn't good?
Get the fuck out of here. The last
Kirk
quarterback
Cousins.
to win the Super Bowl for they motherfucking ass.
Oh no, never mind. Jason Campbell was bad. I thought he made the playoffs one year.
Hey, man.
I remember Jason Campbell.
I seen him play at
Not
Kansas
great.
City, Brad.
Not great.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Niners had him and Troy Smith. Remember
Next
Troy
topic.
Smith too?
Next
Ohio
topic.
State, man. I was in
No.
6th grade when he won the Heisman.
Yo, for
Yeah.
those of you here that I am very, very, very close with, I just want to let you know you hit here.
Get
But I'm
it
okay though.
together.
Y'all hit the light skin. Y'all hit the light skin.
You're gonna
in
be
me.
all right.
He's weeping.
All right.
He's having a
hey,
light skin moment.
Bro, you
Yep,
have to play
I
the
sure
Take Care album and start to sleep on
Fucking
it.
start. Hey, Alexa, play Drake.
Damn.
It's appearing. The New York Giants are
Oh,
sticking
great.
with. Oh, Stephanie, we started with you. Now I get the fire right back across the bow. It's appearing the New York
My
Giants.
dog is barking. We'll have to do this later.
It's appearing the New York Giants are sticking with
Oh,
Garrett
I don't care. We're fine.
as offensive coordinator.
Garrett the
Does-
Carrot.
We're
Does
fine.
this does this help the team? And will Barkley remain upright this upcoming season? Steffi, my sister, I love you. It's your take.
There is nothing good about Jason Garrett staying on the team.
Yeah.
He almost got y'all into the dance.
Tell me more.
I like
Tell me
Kai's take.
more.
Nothing.
I think Kai's take is correct here. Just
What,
spark
so
at
we're
Jason
gonna have
Garrett.
another year of Ingram reverse, and then we're 3rd and 6, and this guy doesn't know what to do. He acts like an idiot all of a sudden. Like, he's the worst play caller I've ever seen on offense like that. Like, it's so bad, it's crazy. He has amnesia. He thinks he's in Texas, and Ingram is suddenly Witten. It's bizarre. I can't believe they're
can
keeping
clap.
him. But I think that Judge will hire
Clap.
Make
a
it clap.
passing coordinator, and I think that is what's gonna maybe save them. But I mean, I'm right. I wrote an article on it today. Like Ingram's his passing percentage was like 56 something, and then
Double
Slayton's
E?
52.1, and they're the two
Whoa.
most targeted players on the team. Together, they
Um,
cost the team like 50 points. It's crazy. It's all Jason Garrett's fault, though.
You guys get Allen Robinson or Kenny Galladay. That's
You're not
gonna
getting either. Please don't.
I'm not gonna
please
lie.
don't
It takes a
forget
lot
Oh,
of energy to
because
do
he's
this.
like,
I respect Jason
And-
They
Garrett.
need a fucking offensive line. That's what the fuck
Hey,
they need.
their line
bruh.
actually,
I hate Kenny
played
Galladay.
pretty
I don't
good
want
this
him.
year.
You can have him for free. I don't want him. Please.
Steffi, are you burning incense in the background
Yeah.
during this question? Oh my
am.
God.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
trying to-
stage
she's
right
trying
now.
to cleanse the
Yeah,
Jason
they're
Garrett.
Jason Garrett.
This guy's staging a Pico stick walking around the apartment like Kyrie Irving.
We're burning the bad
My mom-
vibes right now.
my mom
Get his
came over- my mom
Garrett
came
out of
over
here. That
today.
fucking Garrett.
Listen,
Kyrie
my mom's
Irving.
so imagine your mom being
Steffi.
sick of you being single that she buys you crystals. She came over with rocks to my house this morning. I go, what do you? like,
Steffi,
you have to
if you
hold-
keep
you have to hold
saying
on to
he'll be a
them.
good play caller, Kyrie Irving
Why
might
am
turn
I
the
gonna
earth
hold
flat
on
with
to
his
rocks?
crystals.
Yo, I need y'all to read this comment really quick. Fat Donald Hype energy for Bogart to read Ho Chi Minh's 1966 message to the American people with gravitas and sincerity. Yo, Bogart, we need to get you to rehearse. We can't get you to do that now. Like, there's
What?
no.
I have to read this. I have to do a speech.
A pre-memorized one, so that won't happen.
You'd have to do Ho Chi Minh's 1966 speech. So you have to Google that speech, read that fucking speech.
All right. I'll even cut my mustache like him.
Oh God. Wednesday, the show about nothing. Bogart will recite Ho Chi Minh's 1966 speech.
I gotta learn who that guy is first, but I bet you he has a thin mustache.
I will send it to you.
he has,
Bogart,
sounds like a
if-
Fuji beard.
Bogart,
Somebody just assumes he's got a mustache.
Bogart, please don't put me on pizza tonight. Bogart Shrooms comments.
Yes.
I'm lactose intolerant. It's your turn, Bogart. Your thoughts on Jason Garrett still being in New York, New York? The
How did Jason Garrett and Mike McCarthy get hired again? I don't understand.
Well, they, you know what? It's coaches like that get hired when like other hot up and coming coaches don't want to, get interviewed by teams that have, openings.
Or they literally have.
So they go and they get retreads. You know what I mean? Like
Freddie Kitchens got rehired.
Vietnamese.
Freddie Kitchens got rehired. All right.
Yeah,
That's true. He did.
By the Giants. He got hired by the Giants. And like,
it's because Mara likes happy endings.
Pause.
Hey, check this out.
You should work for the Patriots, Robert Kraft.
I like for fantasy purposes, I'm not mad at it because, hey, look at Wayne Gallman was startable. So like, I can't wait till they get Barkley back because that line.
Yeah, but they think we're getting rid of Gallman. Ask the rest of Giants Nation.
No, I'm just saying though, like, they're trying to run the ball is my point. You know what I mean? So you get Barkley, they're running like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? And like,
really?
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
That's crazy.
if Barkley can come out
optimistic, God bless you. I would kiss your forehead right now.
Hey, Zeke got it done with Jason Garrett.
Yeah.
Did he?
And he had a phenomenal offensive line, and I'm not saying that line in Dallas or that line in New York is anything like Dallas's line.
It's horrific. It's not good.
But they played better than expected. I'll say that much. And you're gonna bring back Nate Solder. You know what I'm saying? Because he opted out.
No, we're not. He's the highest paid player on the team right now.
Well, I mean, you know what? Then, we'll take him. Come to the Niners then.
Yeah, you can take him. I don't care.
Dude, Nate Solder's got to retire.
He do gotta retire. He's old as fuck though. That's probably why he opted out. He was like, let me get some rest. But Jason Garrett, he ain't going nowhere. He went got job interviews. He interviewed with the Chargers. You know what I mean? They weren't trying to have him. And then, he probably realized, like, you know what? I'm not going to fuck up for show money for no money. You know what I mean? And Danny Dimes, I mean, they did moderately okay with him. I mean, considering the division was, like, trash, so they were still in it. You know what I mean? So, I mean, they were in all the way down to week 17. So, you know what I mean? That says something. It says it's better than nothing, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
Billy.
There it is.
Billy,
Jason Garrett is better than nothing.
Billy.
I figured it out.
Billy, it's your turn. Like the twist that you put on that Bogard. Which, by the way, so whenever you guys like hear me say post production message, that's Bogard. Like that's where he comes in. He's like, all right, I got it. I know what to cut. Like,
I am the cut man.
Now, I'm not the biggest Jason Garrett fan. Don't get me wrong here, but Zeke did get it done there. Great offensive line or not, the Dallas Cowboys still had a relatively good offense when he was in Dallas. But this is a young cast of players in New York. Continuity is a must. We've seen these teams turn over offensive coaches, quarterback coaches, head coaches over and over and over when they haven't seen success. And we've seen it ruin some pretty talented young quarterbacks. So I think this is a good move for the development of Daniel Jones, who's shown flashes of being a franchise quarterback. Saquon brings back the real threat that dictates how defenses play this offense. That may be the biggest factor for them being successful in 2021. Sterling Shepard, Darius Slayton, Evan Ingram with Saquon healthy, that's a serviceable offense. Not great, but serviceable. No reason to assume Saquon won't stay healthy as he continues to rehab this offseason with no setbacks. But I like the continuity if you're going to get Daniel Jones to be what he's going to be. You keep turning coaches over. It's hard for these young guys to develop in to see whether or not they're actually any good or not. So I like it for the continuity standpoint. And if anybody knows the NFC East, Jason Garrett knows the NFC East, man.
Yeah, I like that.
That boy was cooking with gas on the tape.
And the defense is phenomenal too. Like, I feel like Garrett
plays real well down the backstretch, man. That is 3 win streak in the back part of the season, so they're not terrible. Yeah.
Billy,
what do you think Slayton's completion rate?
Hey, that take went belly up. You know what I mean?
Yo, hey, Brady, way to represent your shit. Yo, you and Chris have came back to back on this show. Y'all have been fucking cooking.
Hey, we don't play, man. We're doing some things to belly up. Come check us out for real.
Okay, listen. What do you think Slayton's completion percentage-wise?
I'll tell you why I don't care. Saquon.
I don't care. I want you to guess.
I don't care. No Saquon, that offense isn't gonna go.
So what do they do? Listen, okay, that's great.
We got to keep it going. We got to keep it going.
What do they do without running back number 2?
Steffi, hold on. Hold on.
Sub
Fired up
50%.
right now. Boy, I ain't mad. She's passionate about that
I
fucking
know.
that blue.
What
Big
does
blue.
anyone have an answer for her take?
48%.
I'm hoping Cody
guessing.
has an answer in her take. Cody, it is your turn. Technically.
No, Cody's fine.
All right.
Steffi's ready to eat. She's like, no, let's go.
I'm
Let's
really
fucking
not.
debate.
It's just that
Like, you live in a
literally
terrible-
The person she called out has to answer. That's the only beef she has.
No, he doesn't have
Everything
to
else
answer.
is fine.
It's not a big deal. I just think that there's a big misconception with the fact that people think that Slayton is better than Shepard because Slayton does a cool
He
move
is.
to get a ball. I don't
I
give
don't-
a
He
fuck.
is.
I didn't-
Wait,
I didn't think
no.
Shepard was better than
If I
Shepard.
can make an extra
Shepard
double
was
move
better.
in the route.
Shepard can't
It's
stay
so
on the
bad
fucking
that
field though.
the two of
Yeah,
them
Shepard
are
has been
Shepard
hurt.
has
He's
never
been hurt
played
a lot in
16.
his whole fucking career though.
Tell him, JD.
Yeah, you
Shepard
want
is
to
a
know
good-
why? Because
Shepard's a great wide receiver though.
Evan Ingram was like third in the NFL in targets for a tight end. These guys had no running game. Daniel Jones
That's how
wasn't
many
even
caught,
healthy.
though.
It's going
How
to be
many
a very
is that?
different offense when they have one of the best running backs in the NFL. Slayton is a good receiver, not great. Sterling
he's a
Shepard's
good receiver.
He's
Okay.
Slayton
Oh,
is
no, but for real, it's just that you literally don't like. I hate numbers, but that doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm being serious. He literally had the second most He was the second most targeted on this team. He lost the team 11 plus points. He had the worst on the entire team. Golden Tate is more accurate than him. 52.1%
yeah.
is
That's-
pathetic.
But how
That's-
many of those are deep shots, though? Deep shots are
No,
low
that's not
key balls.
including that.
Slayton.
These are just the balls he should have fucking caught.
Yeah, I'm not saying.
But that's
saying
numbers versus
Slayton
film.
is a Pro
That's
Bowler.
also numbers versus film. That's also numbers versus film. So that argument could go either way.
Just like Shep was at. When Shep plays with a wide receiver one like OBJ, that's his most productive season.
But Shep can't stay healthy. And that's his
He's
downside.
not on the field half the game.
Y'all don't get
And
it.
I didn't say Shepard was better. I said Slayton, Shepard, and Ingram is a serviceable passing offense with Saquon
You
as
think,
the
that's
catalyst.
you think losing 52 points in one season is serviceable?
It's
That's
serviceable.
wild, man.
It's serviceable.
Serviceable for what? A 6-10 season? Sure, yeah, it's very serviceable.
Oh!
Like I said, get Saquon back, that offense
Tell me that
changes.
Jason Garrett didn't contribute to that because he did.
Nah, you definitely get
I
Saquon
wouldn't
back. He
dare
definitely
someone in a
changes the
fucking
whole
Hey,
dynamic of that offense.
Let me ask you something, Stevie. How does that passing offense change if they have Saquon as a real running threat? You got Daniel Jones.
That's-
Andy Dalton.
that's
Hold on,
what's
hold on,
wrong with
hold on.
everyone.
Let me finish.
No,
Let me
this is
finish.
what's
Let
wrong
me
with
finish.
everyone.
Let me
Saquon
finish.
coming back
Let me
doesn't
finish.
mean anything. Go ahead, finish.
Because hang on, she's right.
They're gonna stack the box. It's gonna
She's
open it
right.
up for the receivers.
Right. She's right because Saquon more than likely will not stay upright because of the types of injuries that he has had.
I don't care about Saquon. There's
Because you can't.
It's-
Give them to the Niners then.
Can't.
Yeah,
We'll
running.
take
From the Niners
Hey,
then.
we're definitely taking point right
You
now.
don't want him.
Hey,
You don't want them. I'll
can't
take
predict
them.
injuries, bruh. Injuries is fucking fluke. When you look
Yeah.
at his Saquon's rookie season compared to the last
You
two,
guys are crazy.
JD, me and
I
you
wrote
hang
an
out,
article
bro.
today.
Hey,
Listen,
Saquon is the
listen.
same guy. We go to
Listen.
Cody. Cody, it's your turn. Cody, it's your turn.
Injury prone doesn't mean you hurt your like two different areas. That's not injury prone. Injury prone.
Too
is
many
different.
owies.
No,
No.
we go in it. We go in it.
Saquon
Cody,
could be a
lose.
thousand
Cody,
and a thousand
Cody,
like
it's your
Smack.
turn.
If healthy.
Hang on. I'm gonna mute everyone. All right, we're good. Cody, it's your turn.
All right, I appreciate you. So here's the deal: Saquon, Laquan, Shakira Kwan, it don't matter. All right, a running back is not going to make or break your offense. If your offense is relying on your running back to be successful and to lead your team, your offense is not going to be successful. It's just how it
Watch
is,
the Falcons.
right?
with no
If you are
back.
reliant on a running back, your offense is going to be set back. You have to have a quarterback who's able to make plays and able to throw the ball deep. You have to have a dynamic offense that can change the game. And if you are okay with an 8-8 season, making the playoffs, and, maybe making a wild card game, that's great. You know what I mean? Jason Garrett's the guy for you.
Jason Garrett's
Right,
the
but if
king
you're
of
trying
8
to-
and 8.
Hang on, Bogart.
He's the king of 8-8.
But if you were trying to win a Super Bowl, if you're trying to make a playoff run and you were trying to make a Super Bowl, you need to be dynamic offensively. In this league, in today's day and age, where offense is king, the defense wins championships, early 2000s, late 90s, that's wrong. All right, you have to have an offense. Right? If you look at all the offenses that are left, the 4 teams left in the playoffs are quarterbacked by some of the best quarterbacks in the league, and they put up points. Right? They have some of the best offensive coordinators in the league. They put up points, and they have dynamic offenses that can do different things. And right now, Jason Garrett cannot do that with the Jesus. I almost relapsed and said with the Cowboys, with the Giants. And not only is it they do need to make some moves offensively from a personnel standpoint. Now, whether they need to add I think they need to add a receiver.
Am I crazy? Is he kind of cutting in and out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
More choppy, but it's
I can hear him.
I was going on a
Top
rant.
running back in the league won't help a passing game.
Yeah,
I
it
don't know,
literally
man.
sounds like the jack to the computer is slightly looser.
You know what fixes the passing game? Is getting
not
away
out.
from one.
Let's keep it moving, Nate. It's your turn.
Okay,
So
so
we gotta get it at halftime.
all right, so
Let me go grab a beer.
the one thing I will say is that I'd rather have Jason Garrett as my offensive coordinator than I would Adam Gase.
So
Yeah.
I think we
I've
should.
heard that.
100%.
Oh, God.
Dude, I had to live. Okay, so
Very true.
I have a weird thing with Adam Gase because he was the offensive coordinator in Denver and the quarterbacks coach in Denver when Peyton Manning was the quarterback.
Right, he tells
So
everyone.
obviously, Peyton Manning was actually the quarterbacks coach and the offensive coordinator in Denver. Adam Gase just stood there like an idiot. And when Denver didn't hire him, I was ecstatic. Adam Gase is a joke, dude. He doesn't know what he's doing. He ruined that fucking organization in New York, destroyed him. That said, I also don't love Jason Garrett. I think that so the Cowboys organization is mostly run by Jerry Jones, and I think like almost every level.
Yeah.
So this is all on what's going on in Dallas, and what happened with Garrett was all on Jerry Jones for the most part, but I don't think Garrett knows how to coach.
He knows how to
So,
clap.
He's good in like okay, so he.
Really
He's
good.
a dumbass. He's a
I'm gonna-
dumbass. He's a
I'm going
dumbass.
to compare him to Pat Shermer
Ew.
because exactly, Steffi.
No, it's worse.
Fucking right, yo, I
You
love
think he's
watching
worse?
backstage right now. That is like a
That's right. Shermer was there with the New York Giants a couple years ago.
Yes, he was, and now he's in Denver, and look how fucking terrible Drew
I
Lock
would have
was.
had Pat Shermer over Garrett as the offensive coordinator.
Pat Shermer did his thing with Case Keenum, though. You know what I mean?
think he
Like
would have done well.
they
as
got
an
to the
offensive
NFC Championship with Case Keenum, but they did have a phenomenal
Yeah.
defense in Minnesota. so-
They had a phenomenal
Literally
defense.
lacks a brain
All right, no. We go to JD, and then Jake, and then we gotta get to
So
the music
my
video.
thing on Garrett is, I mean, I understand how we gonna knock him as a head coach, but I'm gonna go back to when Dez Bryant versus the Green Bay Packers. I don't think that was a championship game. I think that was a divisional game.
Divisional, yeah.
That was a fucking catch. And
I was reaching for the goal line.
I was reaching for the goal line, and I can't
reaching for the
remember
goal
what their
line.
record was that season, but it was a hell of a record. Then
14. I want to say they were 13-3 or 14-2. They were.
and then I got
killing shit.
another
That was
gem
DeMarco
for you.
Murray.
Let
So
this man do
when-
his thing.
So
bro.
when the
Come
Giants
on.
won their second Super Bowl under Eli, they were a wild card team. They go in and play the Cowboys in the divisional round, and the Cowboys was a 14-2, 13-3 team under Jason fucking Garrett.
Right.
That
And
was
Now
he's
JD.
it here.
Hello.
Say that again.
He's calling the same plays here.
Keep it going.
He's-
Keep it going.
he
Keep it going.
might be calling the same plays there, but yet he's able to get a fucking team near under the with the weapons that he has on everything. Garrett is a hell of an
He has
offensive.
weapons.
He's a hell of an offensive coach, though. He's able to make lemons out of lemonade.
And
Without a
you
doubt,
don't
he's
put
not-
touchdown,
Not
man.
primarily
He's not
from
playoff.
his lemonade.
Is this some of that country time lemonade or is it some of that knockoff shit?
God damn it.
Ah, country time.
God,
Shit was so
And
good.
then, so just to flash
Wait, is it
forward,
country time?
and-
Literally not
I
creme
came out
lemonade.
with you still with Nate.
but the cool thing is that my thing with the Giants and him, where he's had his success with the Cowboys as of lately, was with the offensive line and them feeding Zeke 30 times a game. Once that, I can't even think of.
100%.
I think it's you guys drafted offensive
Andrew
lineman
Thomas.
high.
Yeah,
Andrew Thomas. You drafted Will Hernandez. You brought in Soldier. You invested in the offensive line heavily, whether it be free agents or drafted. But it's not his fault that the offensive line is not paying out. He just got here last year.
What you saying, though?
He's all right, is what he's saying.
For me, I believe in Garrett as an offensive coach. It's just that the motherfucker, it's not his fault that Saquon ain't here.
Right?
Oh God, Jake,
had
didn't you already say? What did you say, Jake? What you got? What you got, bro? Come on, give me something, man.
They
give me
don't
something.
want to win anytime soon. They're literally gonna keep him until they find a quarterback or a team around the quarterback to make it worth trying to actually replace him. I just think they really want to keep what they have, save money, and then if they find something that's worth a run, somebody has a level of improvement, they're gonna make a change. But I feel like they're just happy tanking until they get something together at this point. And
Is it like a no-limit soldiers
I feel like they're really happy being that 5 to 6 win team every year.
No one's happy. There's
no one's happy with that. But I
feel like they don't want to fire people just to keep losing.
Peppers is doing.
I think the best way to sum it up, the best way to.
Oh yeah, Jabril Peppers. Yeah, I'm
They
glad you
won
called
the
him.
fucking
Thank God.
game, bro. The Giants are in a great position right now, bro.
The best way to sum this up is they don't have the answers right now, and that's why they made the moves that they made.
And it only takes one season, though. It only look at the Bucks. Even though they got Brady, they have
fire people when you don't have a fix. Find somebody when you have a team to fix.
Gingers can't win it.
Wait. Oh, God damn it. Listen, it is a long season. It is going to be a long season.
Thing where we go to halftime.
Yeah, we're about to go to halftime. Ladies and gentlemen, we have John for the Love of Sundays. He's going to be joining us here on the other side of the show. John, I just want to bring you in, introduce your face, to the wonderful people. How you doing, brother?
What up, John?
What up, John?
He's muted.
Wow. Rookie move.
Rookie fucking move.
Hey, is that a rookie McGinnis back there?
Rum right now. That is a rookie move.
He is full of rum.
Everybody.
The only Pats fan in Florida.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah.
We have a lot of Brady fans now. Just not a lot of Pats fans.
No, not a lot of Pats fans, but they're Brady bandwagoners left, right, and center.
Wow. Well, John, luckily on the other side, we get to begin the next topic with you on the other side, and we're actually going to begin with you kind of, leaking not too much.
Okay, I won't give off too much sauce.
But we're gonna give him a little something.
Yeah.
We got coming
up.
up.
Sprinkle. Give him a sprinkle.
A little sprinkle.
Taste.
We're gonna see you guys here in about probably the next 3 to 4 minutes. Some of our panelists will be dropping out. I want to make sure that you
y'all,
guys.
Man. I'm one of the ones that gotta go, man. Thank you to Robbie. Thank you to Bogart. To the whole motherfucking panel for having me. I enjoy y'all company. I respect y'all takes, and hope to be on soon again, man. Thank you for having me, man. Off top.
Hey, cheers to him before he goes out, man. Cheers to him.
Yeah, we can't cheers everyone one-on-one, so we're just gonna Cody, I know that you gotta head out.
The Code Man.
Hey, one more thing,
Yes,
though.
sir, I gotta work
Shout out to
with
Cody
Warren
because
and
he's the only Bengals fan that I ever heard say that he's a Bengals fan or that I met.
Dude,
Shout out
I
to
know
the
one.
motherfucking
I know one.
Bengals, bro.
I know one too.
Yeah, but we've got one for you.
Hey, I love Joe Burrow, man. Shout out to Joe Burrow.
Hey, when I tell you this was not the first feature I want to do with him, this is not the first bucket feature I want to do with him. But go ahead, Cody. Let them know where they can find you.
Shout out the Nasty Natty. We represent. Love my city, but
That's right.
thank you guys for having me on at Smash Hit Sports on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. We're going to be doing some football stuff all season long, but it's always great to be with the Rumboyz, and it was great to have a good night. So, to all of you, good night. Hasta la vista. Bobby, if you want to do the cheers, we'll
I think Nate's going to be heading out as well. Nate, go ahead and sign off.
Hey, later, Cody.
This was dope, guys. Thank you so much for having me on. I had so much fun.
Pleasure to meet you, Code.
Yeah, man. JD,
Honor.
pleasure to meet you. So I write with In Between Media, if you haven't heard of us, at IBT_media on Twitter. And I do some work with Join Our Circle, obviously, as well, with Steffi right down there, and Chase and all those awesome people. So check us out. And seriously, guys, thanks for having me on. This was an absolute fucking blast.
Hey, Nate, when I get to my podcast studio, I'm gonna take a picture of that Bo Jackson car with the shoulder pads in the baseball bat. I'm gonna try and find you on one of these socials, and I'm gonna send that motherfucker to you.
Yes.
What?
Show it off,
On
baby.
everything.
Yeah.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen,
Word,
the show
man.
is far from done. Far from done. We have some very intense topics coming up, especially all of you fantasy football cats. A lot of dynasty topics are going to be coming up. NFL draft topics coming up. So make sure you guys stick around because the second half of the show is about to be the real meats and potatoes show.
Yeah. I'm about to eat some mushrooms too.
Cheers to me.
Oh,
My
Cheers
girl
to
was
me.
like, "Don't eat mushrooms tonight."
Cheers to you.
Cheers,
All the
brother.
Rumboyz and girls want to do. We have a brand new track coming from Clutch Packs out of Virginia. Let's get into that right now. Dilly dilly, y'all.
Virginia,
Dilly
stand
dilly.
up.
Go to
Yeah.
Crushes, by the way, before we get back.
Stand up, two down, baby.
2 up, 2 down.
What is good, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy El Capitan Robbie J of the Rumboyz Fantasy Sports Network here at the NFL Players Association 2019 Rookie Premiere with Nate Bosa, with my co-host Ty Boogie, all the Rumboys and girls out there tuning in. We are sitting down with the number one draft pick,
The one and only
Kyler Murray, Dwayne Haskins, Hollywood, with Drew Lock, no other than Andy Isabella, Miles Boykin. We are sitting with Benny Snell Jr., Easton Stick, Bryce Love, UGA's own the big dog of the Bulldogs, Riley Ridley.
How you doing?
It's Friday.
We all got jobs. We got an interview to do. National championship winner, NFL draftees, CJ Hawkinson, Iowa Hawkeyes. What is good, brother?
Hey, it's good to be here.
Hey, welcome. ACCR, right?
Oh, you already know.
Hail to the Redskins.
I gotta ask, you're gonna play the Browns? Like, are you gonna just burn them again? What you think you do? I mean,
I think the media put us against each other. I like them so.
You're friends.
We were in a hot tub time machine, bro.
Yeah, he's cool. He plays video games just like me. That's what we really do.
For me, be able to break the all-time Russian leader in 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the UK O-line, man. Y'all did that.
When you wake up in the morning, you don't want to have to feel like you're doing work.
Exactly.
You want to feel blessed and excited to do what you're doing day in and day out. And I can truly say that.
As always, ladies and gentlemen, cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the rum boys and girls. What it do? Dilly. That was live, man.
What is up? What is up, family? You're like, yo, like.
Dude, I can't get that song out of my head, dude. I'm honestly, that was some fire. I loved it. That was it.
Dude, it was. I love the aesthetics that we have. Like, it's like, yo, I could drop some fucking fire, and then I can also fucking like drop like an ad where it's like, yeah, like those are the homies. Like, you know, like no, like I've met these guys, I've been around these guys, like. These are the motherfuckers, like, you know,
flex
like,
on them. Just flex on them a little, Robbie. Just give them a little something, you know?
Yo, speaking of flexing on them, man, yo,
just remind them.
Yeah, like, yo, we ain't stopped, yo. We just fucking interviewed Croc the other day. We sitting in film section. Like,
yo, that was a great interview too. That was a great one.
Dude, I'm gonna send you the link. I'm gonna send you the link. Hold on, really quick, Jake. I'm gonna send you the link to the next fucking private film session, bro. And like, just pen, pad, and mute your fucking mic. And like, unless there's some hot shit to drop, like it's literally classes in session, and like the shit that I learned, bro. Like,
I bet.
Hey, that song goes absolutely crazy.
It's dumb, bro. It's dumb,
bro. That shit smack.
Fucking slaps.
That shit do slap.
Jake, what was you about to say, Phil?
So, compared to my usual whiskey thing,
not analytics get me on.
I went through 3 of these stupid old wine coolers I have to empty before I move, and I went through 2 beers and 2 shots of cheap vodka.
Fridge.
Totally different buzz, and it literally does not exist. So, wine coolers suck.
Jake's going on a clean out the fridge type of drunk.
I'm freaking drinking Peach Fuzzy Navel, and it is not the adult film. Which you can probably find somewhere.
Hey,
it's
I'm
so
also wrong. I took it straight to Italy, you know, because my blood
forget about it.
My blood flows Mediterranean, Sicily, Dominican, Jamaican. You gotta fuck with me. I ain't no small motherfucker, no Pekingese. Do you get what I'm saying off the top of my brain?
Shout out to all the Pekingese.
Hold up. The shit that I spit is insane. I'm a bad motherfucker. Shut your mouth. Like Shaft. Everybody loves me. The game has to deep throat it. My whole Shaft. I'm about my craft like Michelangelo. Hey, I promise. I'm just out here spitting game and kicking flow. For all the rum boys that's aborted this shit, I promise I ain't never gonna abandon this shit. And if you hating on us, I suggest you walk the plane. My ship, you thought you was gonna sink?
Yeah.
Unload the cannons and send them across the bow. The king has arrived. I suggest you all just bow down.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say make him move bows. I thought that's where you were going.
Every morning I wake up, my nuts are made of diamonds. I piss excellence and shit superiority. I said we shoot the cans across the bows. When my team gets you shaking in your boots, Rumboyz,
we'll make you move bows. Yes. Yes, bars.
Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rumboys. What it do, dilly dilly. We're gonna get back into the rest of the show. I was trying to solve some time, let Seppi come back a little bit, you know.
Hey, she gets fired up when we talk Giants.
Bro, but
Dude, I was backstage. I'm not gonna backstage shake. And I'm like, don't call me in yet. I'm not ready to tag into this fire. I'm not ready for this New York Giants heat right
She's
now.
impassioned.
Bro.
She should be, man.
Hey,
She should be, yeah. The fan, I love it.
That's all you gotta go by.
That's a fucking fan. I love it.
I would be angry if I had Jason Garrett for the record.
Hey, for real, post production department.
Yes.
Post-production.
I'm angry for people that have Jason Garrett as
post production is gonna have a fucking ball tomorrow morning. Post production gets to wake up and just be like, cut, edit, snip. All right, TikTok. All right, this is under a minute. This one right here is under a minute. TikTok. This one right here is under a minute. TikTok. All right, this one's under like a little bit longer, 2 minutes. All right, Twitter, IGTV, boom. Like Bogart, this is where he's just about to just and it's about to be beautiful.
Shit up like sushi.
Just cut it, bro. Hey,
yes,
speak
sushi,
it
give me money.
We do need to run one quick promo. I said that we were going to tell you guys a little bit about Super Bowl weekend. We ain't going to tell you a whole motherfucking lot. Because, I mean, well, that weekend is real hot.
Cast
around here on
the line, cast the
Rumboyz
line,
Network.
reel them in.
But, hey, John, I'm going to go solo screen to you, pimp. And you have 25 seconds.
Give it a love a Sunday.
You have actually 20 motherfucking seconds.
Elevator pitch.
Could you spit game and talk what you gonna do, pimp? Go.
Okay, I got you. So listen, I'm super excited when Robbie asked me to come in and do a special segment for the Super Bowl. It was to make some cocktails and do a fun sort of interactive bar segment with everybody who doesn't know me. I'm a bartender by trade. I grew up, my dad owned a restaurant. I grew up around bars. So I love mixology. I love everything cocktails. So I brought in 3 delicious rums. I'm sipping on one right now, Appleton 12.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did a little segment, talk about different styles of rums and different cocktails you can do with them. So hopefully your Super Bowl party can get kicked up to that next level. You know, you're not sitting there sipping on your classic rum and Coke, which is totally fine. But I got some mojitos. I got a Jungle Bird, and I got a special cocktail that I made specifically for Robbie called the Admiral. So it's a fun drink. Yeah. So this will be a cool segment to go through. We'll talk about some rums. Hopefully you learn a little bit of something and you have some fun making drinks at home.
All right. So, okay, we have a mixologist. You have to rate my earlier cocktail.
Okay, talk to me.
I called it the J Love Drink in Front of Your Mom cocktail.
Name's an A.
Yeah, yes. It was a $10 1.5 ounce pour over ice of Colonel vodka with a grape hug. What do you rate that? And I chugged it. Yeah.
That's I mean,
what do you serve that at your bar? Would your dad serve that at his great bar?
So I say all the time, I'm a drunk first and a snob second. I'll drink whatever. That's totally fine.
The grape hug really hid the disgusting nail polish flavor.
It covered up the ethanol that is in the alcohol. Yeah.
Yes.
Sure. I mean, that's fine. Listen, if it gets it down and it gets you drunk, A to B, who cares, right?
Hey, yo, whoever's the CEO of Fantasy Intervention, I ain't talk the CEO to CEO. Tap in with me. Like, yo, I have to hit boss talk right now. Yo, hey, yo, hold on. So they really, hey, yo, CEO to CEO, hit me up. I have a spot reserved for you for the Super Bowl pregame show. But I would like if the actual face of the circle could, step forth, represent.
So you would say you want him to intervene.
You get 5 minutes. It's 5 minutes of airtime. We all get 5 minutes, with the exception of John's segment because that's some real pimping. But I would love it if you could come on the show. So I just want to, solo cam and just be like, yo, show some love.
Yeah, by the way, I tried to keep it as short as I could, but rum as a category is a ton to talk about. So I tried my best, but I think we can edit it down to a good 10-15 minute little clip of rum. So it'll be fun.
So is it fair to say this? I have a question because I watch a lot of mixology videos, even though I drink whiskey.
No, you go for it.
You lift it.
Like,
You want
always
to fill it with
not.
crushed ice, then pour the rum because it dilutes really quick, and then add the extra stuff, right? 'Cause
For
the
sure.
crushed
So
ice is great for rum. Am I wrong in this?
no, you're right. You're right.
Okay,
So
good.
10
basically-
We
points.
can't give away.
10 points.
We can't give away too much.
you can't give away too much, but if you're getting into like rum swizzles and tiki cocktails and the traditional tiki style, then yes, you need crushed ice, and it's tough to come by. But if you can do it and you do it right, then that's what makes it. So basically, crushed ice, your cocktail needs to be 1/3 water to have the perfect balance of sugar and acid and everything that goes into a rum cocktail.
You can't go
Man,
too much.
I'm giving too much. I'm giving too much sauce. But listen, it's a lot. It's a lot that goes into it. Goes a lot that goes into rum cocktails. It's not this basic, simple shit. You know, it's tough. It's tough.
Three drinks.
It's
You have a
tough.
whole segment.
It's tough.
I've already seen the BTS. And just. Hey,
Crushed ice. So yes, if you can get your hands on crushed ice, it is better for rum cocktails.
Put it this way. Call Trojan, okay? You might need protection when the night is done.
Mm-hmm. Oh God. Yeah.
Dilly. Motherfucking
Yes,
Dilly.
we promote safe
Let's-
sex in the Rumboyz Fantasy Network.
Let not you. You're about to have my
I'm
other
about to-
fucking. You're about to
I'm
have my
having
other
several
other
children.
nephew, right? No, niece. My niece,
I
my
got-
other niece.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
third daughter on the way. Shout out to my son. We holding it down.
Yo, hey, 2022 wedding in Colorado. Y'all get ready. Rumboyz wedding in Colorado. We're gonna dive right back into the show sheet, y'all. Jamal Chase versus Devontae Smith. The base continue to heat up as the draft very rapidly approaches all of us, right? Who goes off the board first? Who do you want in Dynasty? We start with John, for the love of Sundays. Paisano, my brother.
Yes.
Italiano.
So it's funny. It's funny you're getting into this. So me and Brian are now starting to break it. We're a little late. We're always behind because we got life. We got other shit going on. We're lazy. But we're just getting now into our prospects and breaking down film and looking at stuff. And, Jamar Chase to me was one of those guys who just watching football, and he stood out to me as just a great prospect and a great wide receiver. Outside of the numbers and outside of an unbelievable season, Devontae had an unbelievable season. But in terms of just watching the game, Jamar Chase just stands out as an elite guy. So I think without breaking down too much film, because again, I haven't seen a ton, I'm just now getting into it. But I think Jamar Chase to me is a better prospect. I think you had a great season, but Jamar Chase to me has a better resume and better stature. So, I like neither one's a miss. I think they're both going to be good, and they're going to both be good in the next level because they separate well. They got the burner speed and they got good hands. And those are things that translate well into the NFL from college. Watching guys like N'Keal Harry, who are 50-50 body catching guys, struggle. Guys who can separate tend to do well in the NFL. Both of these guys can separate. So I think they're both good dynasty assets. Landing spot makes a big difference. Right now, I'll take Jamar Chase.
Okay.
Can we add in like a landing spot like you would like
Oh,
to see?
my favorite land, who I think needs a wide receiver the most. I mean, whew.
I don't want to do favorite landing spot until we get closer because I want more analysis to build up my. I'm real.
Okay,
I want more
Fair.
to develop my personal take. Like right now, there's too much out there. The jury is just out too much, and I don't like that. I want to be able to narrow down. That's why.
So we got a hung jury here.
Yeah, we got our own motherfuckers, But best landing spot. That could be anywhere. Wherever the fuck, these two land.
Dude, the
I
wide
feel like that
receiver
doesn't
class is so
matter.
deep this year. It's crazy.
Yeah,
there's a lot of
that's
free
why-
agent wide receivers too. A lot can shuffle this
That's why
offseason.
that's why with the wide receiver position, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to open that talk too early. There's a lot of motherfuckers doing that on Twitter right now. No
The
disrespect.
Bengals.
No disrespect. No.
It's 12 years fucking something.
No,
special.
but I'm just, dude, go.
He's popping that thing.
Yeah. Yo, when this pandemic's over, my guy, we're gonna hang out and have ourselves a little rum session, me and you.
Hey, you flying out? Are you gonna fly out in 2022 for the wedding?
Sure. I'll be there.
Yeah,
I'll be there. You let me know,
bro. We gonna be lit, man.
I'll be there.
June 19th. We're doing our wedding on Juneteenth.
Juneteenth. That a boy. That a boy. For the culture, just one time for the culture.
For the culture, you know.
Just for the culture.
Billy, the bearded one. Go ahead and talk your isms.
So I'm looking at Jamar Chase, 6'1", 200 pounds. He's said to run a 4.40 40. Had 80 catches for 1780 and 20 TDs himself. Devontae, little smaller stature guy at 6'1", 175. A little more like a Marvin Harrison-esque coming out of college type size. But I'm worried about your boy skipping leg day. He's little on the half. So that's my take. He said to run a 4.49, but it's still back-to-back 1,250-plus yard season, 37 touchdowns in 2 years in the SEC. So this guy's a baller too, man. So like you guys mentioned before, landing spot's going to make a big difference in these guys' NFL careers and how it gets started anyway. Both of them, I think, turn into premier NFL wide receivers. The talent is there, definitely. So I like Chase as far as size goes and transitioning to the NFL early. And like I said, landing spot, big factor in how I think their rookie season goes in the production from a fantasy standpoint. But ultimately, I think these guys both turn into premier wide receivers earlier than later.
Damn.
Belly up in your face right there. That's just
Body's
network. My old stomping grounds. Yeah.
Bro, but you notice, I one thing I do respect about all the belly up guys, like both the belly up guys since I've had them on, they're very quick, concise with their takes. They're like boom, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whereas like we're like, it's the bar's open.
That's what Rumboyz After Dark is supposed to be.
Yeah,
I think without knowing where they're going, you have to kind of safely say Chase because he can fit any position on any team. But I think if you get the right spot, Smith can absolutely explode, and I think he could be closer to that mix of Marvin Harrison with a little more speed and maybe actually get some deep balls that Marvin didn't have going for him. And that just depends on the draft. So I can't really pick who I like better, just where they're drafted. If I'm going to say who I think will be more reliable on any team in the NFL, I have to go Chase.
Yeah. Okay. Bogart, do you feel any differently, or?
I like Chase. I think Devontae is real shiny, because of, coming off that big old performance in the national.
It's a new hotness.
Dude, a crazy season. Crazy season.
Crazy season. I feel like Alabama's a team that, if they're gonna highlight your attributes, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like if he was on another team, maybe he wouldn't have, maybe if he was playing for another school, I should say, maybe he wouldn't have been so shiny. But I like Chase because of to transition. Obviously, he has the build versus Devontae, who I feel like whatever team that picks him up is just gonna have him running go routes for
Oh God! He said, I've been brushing my teeth. And I've been using toothbrush for 4 weeks, and I just accidentally realized this bitch is electric.
Got that quick.
That motherfucker was like,
Quip, give me money.
Give me money. The unofficial sponsor.
Wow.
Oh shit! Hey,
that sounds like something I would have done.
So fellas,
what's up?
Oh, look who it is.
What up, Chase?
What's happening?
Hey, yo,
what's going on, guys?
I'm digging the beanie. Like, is the beanie a ism for? Or so we call them isms. You may know it as like a thing, like or like a shtick. Like, is that like your thing? Like I'm really digging the beanie, bro.
It's a good beanie.
It is a good beanie.
My bad, guys. Sorry, I was still having the sound from the YouTube.
The feedback, I heard it.
My bad. I am so sorry about that.
You
guys.
got it playing on another
I swear
device?
I've done shows before. This is not my first episode. I swear, man, this is not my first rodeo. It might
Listen,
seem
I was
like
on mute when I started. All right, we're at this amateur hour apparently.
I heard beanie a lot of times. Like that's all I know.
All we were saying was we like the beanie, dog.
I love my beanie, man, but it is getting a little hot. Like I was trying to decide whether I wanted to rock that or not. But Like,
Dude,
yeah,
hey,
let's
I
get a
did
little
the
high.
same thing. I started my shit off like with my Lakers beanie, and I was like, "Oh fuck."
Well,
no.
see, if you
not
guys
steaming.
drink bourbon, you guys might, recognize the brand, of course.
There
Oh,
you
not
go.
free.
Well, not
There we
free.
go.
Yeah.
Are you down for a shot before you get into the next take, or are you like
Yeah.
that? I've seen you drink on your show.
I've had an argument
Yeah.
with someone before. They were like, bourbon's not to be shot.
He doesn't
Well,
No,
tell
have
them to
take
shut
a
the fuck
shot.
up.
Right? That's what I was like. I was like, I've shot bourbon
Like,
before.
I pay for it. I'll do whatever I want with
I have a
it.
take on this. I do have a take on this.
Okay.
Whiskey is to be consumed how you like to consume it, with what you like to mix it with when you consume it. That's it. Like,
boom.
You can shoot expensive whiskey. It's not
Sure.
smart. It's really dumb, but don't judge people for wasting their own money on it because
Remind me someday to tell you the Johnny Walker Blue story about taking shots of expensive whiskey.
Oh.
yeah.
Hey, I'm Filipino.
See,
Johnny
okay,
Walker,
here's my
blue, black,
snobbishness.
red.
I don't
that
like.
shit's in my
I don't
household.
love mixed stuff, mixed Scotch. I usually go Lafroig, or
That a boy.
Ardbeg.
How about the Macallan 12?
That peaty stuff.
I
Likes
like
to
that.
smoke.
Actually, I like
Hey.
the peaty,
The
I like
Macallan.
peaty stuff.
Hey, here's what we'll do. We'll do a Wednesday night show about nothing, and we'll do the drinking episode. And worst drinking
And I will be
stories.
on.
I'll give you a history. Fernet, is that Fernet Blanc? The old bartender's handshake, my guy.
All right, let's do this then. Let's do this.
I figure we had to. Like, if I'm gonna be on with another bartender, I might as well do the Fernet, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
John, you know the toast. Do you want to do it?
Here's to me. Here's to you. Fuck.
All the Rumboyz.
All the Rumboy
Alright,
girls. Rumboy. Hit me with it. Hit me with it, Robbie.
All the
Alright.
Rumboyz and girls, what it do?
Cheers
Dilly
to
dilly.
me.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers
Dilly
to
dilly.
you. All the Rum Boys and girls, what it do? Dilly dilly.
Dilly
One
dilly.
for the pirate crew. Next topic. And we go
Alcohol,
right.
give me money.
Yo, alcohol give me money for real.
I'm actually still
For
thinking
real,
that.
for real.
Joe, can I real quick? I want to say something, right? There's a lot of bartenders out there that say they're bartenders, right? But they're like speed bartenders. They bartend at like the local pub type stuff. It takes like a little bit of knowledge behind you to understand what Fernet Branca is. Like,
Sure. Yeah.
it's a whole different animal over there, and it's not something that's taken lightly either. So,
Got him.
So
Yeah.
work in a restaurant. Please say if I'm wrong. I saw the service bartenders who just made the drinks for the people. I never saw as like, okay, you're training, but if you're like seeing people order a drink and you're making it in front of them and you're gonna serve it to this person and bring it up, I think that those are the bartenders. I'm like, all right, this person better know what they're doing because the
three
person who
different
does not see it
styles.
made will not care. Is that
What's
fair
so
to say?
funny? Hey,
There's-
really quick. What's so funny about how this shit just happened? Just so you know, Chase, I did have a special reservation for you for a time slot on Super Bowl weekend. I had like this thing planned, but works just as well. Like
He
the
has a whole
bar,
drink called the Rookie, the Jamar Chase.
the bar is always open. Let's get into the next take,
But-
fellas. What do you say? Hold on, no, let's get into some sports. Let's get back into it. Let's get back on track. What do y'all say? We get back into some sports. Let's talk some running backs. We said Jamar Chase and Devontae Smith. That was kind of 50-50 across the panel, which I found very interesting. Travis Etienne versus Najee Harris at running back. Who comes off the board first? Don't worry about the team, where they go to, whatever the fuck. Who do you think goes off the board first? And which one are you yourself drafting in Dynasty? And we start off at the bottom of the board this time. And Chase, you go.
what were the options one more time? You said Najee Harris versus Etienne.
Yes.
Yep.
I honestly don't even think it's going to break down to these two, to be honest. I mean, Najee Harris is going to be in there. But the third or the second one, I think is actually going to be Williams.
Ooh,
No,
wow.
I think it's be Williams over there from, what is it, UNC, right? So his running style just fits in with like these, tougher, bigger, more physical running backs. And although he's not as big as like a Derrick Henry or an A.J. Dillon, some of those directions certain teams are looking to go, he is still like looking to sit there and probably make an impact for a team as a certain situation, very similar to what we saw with Jonathan Taylor. Coming out of college this past year, yes, Jonathan Taylor is definitely on the list. Like, he was definitely up there at the top, but so is Javonte Williams. If he can actually impress at the combine and show, obviously there's no combine,
there is.
whatever. Yeah, you guys know the pro days. You know, I don't even know how they're going to do that yet. I don't know if they're going to bring NFL scouts to the I know they're going to send a tape or whatever. But
dude,
anyways,
I haven't even fucking gotten
all the records, all the combine records are getting
anyone
broke
that's
this
in
year.
credit, I'll put it like this: anyone that's in credit hasn't gotten a fucking email yet.
yeah. So I mean, we got to see how he tested at the pro days or whatever the case is. So after we see those tests, you know, maybe it's going to change my mind. But honestly, like Williams just fits in better as a role playing option and a team or a player that teams will target. When you sit there and you look at ETN, yeah, he has all the physical skills, and he'll probably be the better running back overall, you know, moving forward. But is he a team that somebody tries to target, or is he a player that somebody tries to target? Excuse me.
I think I'll go ahead and let everyone else go. Fuck. I was like, I have something to counteract already. Go ahead, John.
So you're asking me who so there's two questions here. Who's going to get drafted first in the NFL, and who would I rather have in Dynasty? So I'll answer the first question. I think Najee Harris is going to get drafted first in the NFL. Yeah. I think it's basically it's a very recency bias when it comes to the NFL draft. It's like, what have you done for me lately? That's what I'm going to take. So I think, again, same like Devonta Smith. Like Najee Harris had an unbelievable season. He's going to get drafted highly. I think he has the body type and the mold that fits what NFL schemes want. But in Dynasty, I would rather have a Travis Etienne, because to me, a Travis Etienne is a one-touch guy. He is Dalvin Cook from a couple of years ago, where it's like all it takes is one play, and this guy all of a sudden makes your week. He's gone. He's electric. He's slippery. He's Alvin Kamara. You know,
I can have him quick for a couple of years, and I can move him.
For sure. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, again, fantasy value and real NFL value are two totally different things. I think Najee Harris has much more NFL value, and Travis Etienne, in terms of play style and skill set, has much more fantasy value. So that's where I'm taking it, and that's how. Yeah, I'll let people overdraft Najee Harris. Again, overdraft Najee Harris in rookie drafts. That's fine. I'll wait. I'm good.
Real quick at his value, and I didn't discuss the dynasty value at all. I'd actually rather have Kenny Gainwell over all these fuckers, to be honest with you.
Sure. I mean, sure.
Like, you know, late first round, early second round, Kenny Gainwell, he's a monster in the receiving game. You know, he pushed Antonio Gibson to a wide receiver spot, right? And then he still had more receptions than Antonio Gibson did. And Antonio Gibson's a monster in the NFL.
My co-host Brian loves Kenny Gainwell. Loves Kenny Gainwell.
I'm going to say right now, to make this easy, I agree with John completely, and he took my take.
Sorry.
Sorry, Gainwell is like a running back name, too.
Yeah, he's like, it takes time. I like that.
He gets the yards to Gainwell.
I want more time. I want more time to drink this rum.
I'm going to say...
yeah, exactly, right? Someone donate. Buy another fucking round of shots for the cat.
Yeah, please. Don't know this shot. Let's get another shot. I don't need another shot of this.
Later, so we'll have time.
I'm going to say between the two that we had, between the two options, I like ETN better. I actually think he goes before Harris. You know what I mean? I actually don't think any of these guys go in the first round either, except for maybe a team that has the multiple first rounds, like the Jets. You know what I mean? I could see them going in for a running back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With their second first round pick, right? Because they got two, right? Am I right?
Mm-hmm. No, you're right.
Yeah. You know, the Jags, they got multiple picks in the first, but they got James Robinson over there. You know what I mean? So maybe they don't do that. But and in Dynasty, I am intrigued on the Gainesville, man. You know what I mean? I just want a pass catching running back. That's what I really want. You know what I mean? Like, and Najee Harris, I think he can catch balls, but he's not a route runner. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean?
I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Bong.
All right, Bogart. So between ETN and looking at Najee Harris, ETN's your typical 5'10", 205 type of guy, explosive out of the backfield, runs a route tree that a lot of teams are going to like. However, when you look at Najee Harris, this is a 6'2", 230-pound guy that had similar receiving stats to your boy ETN, and at 40-plus catches this year at Alabama out of the backfield. At 230 pounds, not a whole lot of backs showed the receiving ability that he had. I really think Najee Harris is the back to have out of these two. Not that ETN is not great. However, I feel like ETN needs that fit. He needs that offense where they're going to use him in the passing game a little more than that 20-plus carry guy, where Najee Harris is your typical Todd Gurley type guy. But I feel like his receiving upside has developed a lot more. He had 7 receiving touchdowns as a junior and 4 this year, but 43 receptions, I believe he had, which is right on par with what ETN had this year as well. So Najee Harris, to me, I'm calling it now. He's going to go 4 to Atlanta with Arthur Smith as their head coach, bringing that offense there. They got to have that big back. They need that play action pass to work.
They're a Derrick Henry.
Makes an immediate impact. I think ETN's a great guy too. And Dynasty, Najee Harris, my 1.01 baby. Got to have this guy.
What if Atlanta goes after Gus Edwards in free agency?
Yo,
I don't think so. I think it's Najee, man. I really fits. He's the big back, trying to mimic what they were doing in Tennessee with
Gus Edwards.
I feel like Atlanta goes QB. Hey, he be biting the takes of. Listen, let me go. I don't want to go before him anymore.
Yeah, you're right.
Gus Edwards is a good back, man. He had a lot of yards, over what was expected for runs. Really did well in that Baltimore offense. I'm not sure they let him get out of Baltimore, being that they already cut Mark Ingram. I think they want to keep that two-headed monster up there.
Well, they franchise tagged Gus Edwards last year to show how much they wanted him, but I don't think they want him enough that they're gonna pay him, give him a contract.
Yeah, he's a ERFA, so another team can end up making a bid for him. So it's something that's where, like, if another team wants him, they can do it. And Atlanta has so many holes, especially on their defense. I don't think they can afford to draft another offensive player. They already have so many first-round picks on this offense, and it's not working out for them. They have to rebuild this defense first, and that's what Tennessee was initially built on, especially with Arthur Smith over there. So we'll see what happens. I think that the teams are over-drafting running backs in the first round, though, because they're recyclable.
I totally feel what you're saying. My point is, if they don't have that running back for that play action to work, you take King Henry out of Tennessee, that offense is a no-go. Arthur Smith needs that big workhorse back for that scheme to make it go, and I just feel like Najee's a really good fit. He's not going to be there early in the second.
That boy talking pimp shit. Hey.
Okay.
Body.
Yeah, all right.
Body.
We'll see. Hey, it's early, man. If he goes
This guy watches TikTok, doesn't he? No.
Hey, I'm out there. Make sure y'all fucking follow me, Rumboyz Fantasy Network, you heard?
Yo, come on, man. We're exploring it. I did some exploring the other day, and I had to get off after like 5 minutes, man.
It's just too many thoughts on TikTok. I had to get off track. It's a bad waste of time. It's a bad waste of time.
They're more over on Instagram. I'd rather do with the fucking talk than anything else. I'm like, yo, all right.
That rabbit hole?
No, because I can filter my
rabbit hole.
That's a good whiskey, dude. That's a good whiskey.
Yo, that's a good
talked
restaurant
to
out here.
one of the main distillers there. I actually got 4 free Glencairns from them too.
There you go.
Right. Yeah. I actually want to bid for it was like something for kids' cancer, and it was like I gave him $10, and it was like 8 of us, and I won 4 free Glens and a free bottle.
I love Glencairn glasses.
And this was 2 weeks ago.
Yo, can I hear from Bucky? I want to hear. I want to hear how he hates my take. I just want to hear it. Let's go.
Who?
You.
I mean, all right. So my thing is I feel like these two are really gonna go off the board. Like one of these two are definitely gonna go. It's not that I hate your take.
I'm just messing with you.
I feel like a running back's going in the first round this year.
Oh,
He
absolutely.
just hates your opinion, not
No,
your take.
I think that ETN is definitely that guy. That's who I'm really targeting. But I'm also the same person that while everyone was like Jonathan Taylor, I got the early week hype on Swift, and I profited off of that.
I was on Clyde.
Yeah, you were on Clyde. Yeah. I'm just one of those type of guys where I'm not gonna go after the hot commodity. They're both hot commodities, to be honest with you. So to use that word is completely fucking asinine.
Bless you.
But I think he's just clearing his fucking throat.
I don't know.
Honestly,
Tomato,
he's
tomato.
just like,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I actually should have muted myself.
No, for real, man. I don't disagree with your take. I really am. I'm impressed with the fact that you read between the lines. You're like, I'm gonna go outside of both of these guys, and I think you said Williams, right?
Williams was the guy that was going to get picked over, and I like ETN a lot. I really do. I don't think that he's a big-time playmaker that Swift is, because Swift is a playmaker, man. He makes shit happen. I don't know if ETN is the same type of athlete, and I don't know if he's going to be as elusive, essentially. I see more elusivity from Swift than I even do Miles Sanders. So I love Swift. I don't see that with Etienne, although he can make that big play happen. So we'll see what happens with that. But
I guess the only thing I could add to my take that I didn't make was I don't like running back staying 4 years. And that does bother me.
Nobody does. Nobody does.
That would obviously me personally, if I was drafting, I don't like a back that stays 4 years. I'd rather take one that's only there 3. So, or better yet, red shirt and play 2. That's the best situation for me.
Hey, I'm with you with Swift though,
But
man.
you're not getting that. You're not going to get that, and that's not the case. Like with this class, this class has a lot of experience behind it. Like this class has guys that have miles. Like there's miles on these guys. You're not fighting fucking Josh Jacobs this year. Let's just face that.
No, and we talked to Matt Miller actually the other day on Fantasy Intervention. Like we actually had Matt Miller on there, who is a scout who advises players whether they should join the draft or not join the draft.
Yeah.
And they told Etienne, hey, you should probably join this year because your stock's going to fall the following year no matter what you do, because you're adding another year on the tires, another year tread on the tires. Sitting there looking at it
well, he wanted a title. He came back for another title. That's it.
Do you think he stayed for numbers, though? We're talking records. I mean, he's ACC.
I think he came back for a title. He had a degree. He just came back for a championship.
He came back for the CBA. He came back for the CBA.
Yeah, there's a CBA too.
The CBA that happened this past year, the rookie running backs were supposed to end up getting a lump sum more, and that never happened because of the fact that teams are recycling through running backs so often now that certain players and rookies are like, I'm not coming out until there's a new CBA until we make more money. That never happened. So the running backs essentially that stayed another year got screwed. And that's my personal opinion. That's not fact.
Packers go. We're going to get into that for you here very, very, very shortly. Let's just go ahead and entertain you right now. First, we have one topic before that. If this is a big if, we start with Jake. Tom Brady wins his 7th ring this year. Does he surpass Michael Jordan as one of the greatest competitors of all time? Let's keep in mind you have Tiger Woods. Let's keep in mind you have fucking Muhammad Ali. Let's keep in mind anyone and everyone that you believe in, okay? Go ahead, Jake.
I might put him – I think he's very close to number 1 behind Tiger right now. I think the hardest sport to do what you do and win that many rings in is football, and he's done it at a level no one else has done even near it. I could argue Jordan does not have the most titles. Robert Horry has more titles. Russell has more titles. I cannot argue Tom Brady will get passed in titles. Nobody will touch this record. He's been the best player on his team for this many titles. If he gets 7. Even if he doesn't, I don't care. With 6, I think he's probably 0.1 points below Tiger as the most successful athlete of our generation and ever. And if he wins it, he'll be number 1 above Tiger. It's harder to win in the NFL than the NBA. And he's done it 7 times. I don't care. It takes his supporting cast in both sports. Brady's been the catalyst, and I think he's proven that it was the Brady system and not Belichick's system. So, in my opinion, Brady has helped Belichick win 7 rings more than Belichick helped Brady. And if he wins this, he is probably the greatest athlete of all time. Not physically, with accomplishments and how great he is at the sport he is with his talents. I don't think you can take it away that he is the greatest athlete.
Okay. Billy.
Yeah, I'm definitely with that, Jake. Now, I want to make the distinction between the best quarterback and the greatest quarterback. Brady's definitely the greatest, maybe one of the greatest competitors of all time. But winning 7 Super Bowls is like winning 10 NBA titles for Michael Jordan. The Super Bowls, it's just not even close. He's already up 2 on Joe Montana himself, his own idol. So he's just putting these playoff numbers in a space that very few guys will ever even play long enough to have a chance to touch these numbers. These numbers are never getting touched, you guys. I mean, the wins, the touchdowns, the title game appearances. I mean, we're in the teens. Most guys don't even make it to the playoffs as many times as he's seen some of these games. We're talking about Phillip Rivers being a Hall of Famer or not, maybe. He hasn't been to the playoffs as many times as Tom Brady has been to the Super Bowl. I mean, it's just these numbers are outrageously set out there where no one's ever going to catch him. We've seen guys like Kobe, Tim Duncan, LeBron may get there that are going to scratch the surface and maybe even compete with some of the similar numbers that
Gretzky.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Gretzky's a great too. And you know, Tiger doing what he did in golf. Tiger is kind of the Tom Brady of golf. A lot of his stuff's way out there. He hasn't caught Nicholas.
But Jack's ahead too. He's
Yeah,
the best
Floyd
in golf.
Mayweather.
Jack's better than-
Floyd Mayweather.
So-
Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather. Is he better than Floyd Mayweather now with seven Super Bowls?
I think so. 7 Super Bowls is just such a prestige number that no one's ever going to touch. Another boxer might be 50-0. That might happen.
Yeah.
It's not clear out of the case.
I
Getting
mean,
to
Marciano
Super Bowl-
did. Rocky Marciano was 49-0 and retired, and the only 50-0 Floyd has was against the non-boxer. So you could say Floyd's not the most successful boxer of all time.
Oh yeah,
in terms of
you
record.
could. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
And,
Okay.
and a lot of people
No one's done
don't
what Brady's
recognize
done.
Floyd as the greatest boxer. Some people aren't a fan of his boxing style, saying that he runs a lot, whatever, what have you. I mean, that's an opinion and a topic for a different day. But in football, to lead a team that many times, that deep
We're
in the
talking
playoffs,
greatest competitor.
period. I mean, look at the guys that Brady has beat. We're talking, you know, him and Peyton Manning, same era, dominated Peyton. His numbers put Peyton, I mean, come on now. Now, if he wins with the Bucs, he becomes the second quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl with 2 different teams to Peyton Manning, and he'll have done it taking the team to the Super Bowl playing in his home stadium. That's never been done before
That's
either.
never been done.
It's football god stuff coming down with Tom Brady right now. I just see him putting these numbers so far out there. Now, I want to make one distinction here with Tom Brady and Michael Jordan. Tom Brady will never have the impact on pop culture that Michael Jordan has had, that he did in the 90s, bringing the basketball back.
Of course.
There's a big distinguishment there, in my mind, between Brady's impact on sports and competition that Jordan had, and he changed the game, and he did set the bar in the NBA. But however, greatest competitor.
He changed sports in general.
Tom Brady is setting these numbers where they will never get touched before he hangs them up, man.
Okay, John. Well, we'll go back to Bogart because he's just getting back. So, John.
So here's the thing: you gotta define competitor to me. So I'm glad you brought up Muhammad Ali, because competitor to me means like you go through all odds, inside the game, outside the game, everything. Like you're a competitor. You know, Muhammad Ali dealt with a lot of shit. You got to understand, he was a world heavyweight champion in a time when people want to him be a world heavyweight
Kind of our
champion.
Hank Aaron conversation earlier, you know, kind of that Hank Aaron stuff.
Took 4 years out of his prime because he didn't want to go to war, and he was apparently a criminal. You know, this is the type of stuff. You know, you go through all this, comes out of jail, becomes a champion again, fights again, and becomes a world champion. You know, that to me is a competitor. He goes through a lot of shit. I'm glad you brought up Muhammad Ali, but you want to talk about the difference between Michael Jordan and Tom Brady. That's a different conversation.
But
That's
this is where you're also able to have the conversation where rings cannot matter to you. This
Sure,
is your
yeah, of
opinion. This
course.
is your opinion.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying competitor. You're talking you want to talk about greatest of all time. You want to talk about best athlete. You know, all this different. To me, a competitor goes through a lot more shit than just on the field, off the field, in the ring, outside the ring, all that. A competitor really goes through a lot. So to me, you can't talk about, I mean, Bill Russell, maybe. You're talking about a guy. Bill Russell won a lot of championships, by the way, when this dude was sleeping in the basement of hotels because he wasn't allowed to sleep in other rooms. That's
He had a
crazy
lot of
shit.
women in those basements.
Yes,
with
he
him.
got a lot of women in that.
All right, hold on.
He's
Billy,
pimping, though.
Billy, I feel what you said in the chat about a QB's role is second to none in sports, though. But when you're one-on-one, when it's just you, like I would encourage people to watch One Night in Miami. If you haven't, the story of Jim Brown, Malcolm X, Sam Cooke, and also fucking Muhammad Ali. And it shows you the different personalities of all their different aspects of, honestly, goats in their own right. Like I do believe there is a goat gene. There is something that makes certain people special. There's a certain thing in you that makes you a leader that other people can't fucking do what you do.
A goat
Facts.
chromosome, if
Facts.
you may.
Facts.
You know,
For real. And so I think again, you go back to the word competitor. I think Muhammad Ali, to me, and it will always be Muhammad Ali is the greatest competitor of all time. Like that guy did the most shit, through the most, and came out on top. So Muhammad Ali to me is the greatest competitor. I think Tom Brady and Michael Jordan, that conversation, you want to talk about talent, you want to talk about rings, you want to talk about all that shit. It's hard to go against Tommy Boy. Tommy Boy's been doing this for a long ass time. You know, this isn't Phillip Rivers with longevity and putting up numbers. He's been longevity and been the best, you know,
I feel like when you're at their level, and before we go to Chase, and maybe this will maybe allow Chase to understand, you know, kind of a little bit, maybe where I'm coming from a little bit.
Please.
Is when we get into this conversation and when we talk about, and we're witnessing historical greatness, we're all analysts, right? We're all reporters. We all chase that juicy motherfucking headline. Please give me something to type about. Give me something that will blow my site up as an independent reporter, right?
I am not a journalist.
And I know you're an analyst, and when you're not being an analyst, you are time traveling. I understand.
Yes.
But that's why we have to now differentiate between the rings, because this is something that's on the brink to where it's like, okay, now we have to really have this conversation. And, you know, now we have to really rank all these greats amongst Mount Greatmore. And I feel like the GOAT gene conversation is now even more pivotal, and it's a real thing. And people disagree with me, and they say that there's no such thing as a GOAT gene. But whatever the case may be, if you get 7 rings, I have to compare you to Michael Jordan, but I also have to now look at what everyone else has done across their sports. And that's where this is us as sports enthusiasts. We get to enjoy this conversation. Chase, I now turn it over to you.
All right, y'all ready for this breakdown? Y'all ready? All right, so I've been taking this whole time, to be honest. And I love Brady. Like, I'm not a Peyton Manning fan. I like Tom Brady fan. Mm-hmm. But the division that he's faced so far, you know, from, you know, coming up, you know, in the route that he has, it's been very easy for him. You know, like looking at the quarterbacks that he's faced, looking at his division opponents, you know, he's had multiple different occasions where not he could rest, but essentially he doesn't have to go, you know, ham.
That's hard, yeah.
You know, like he's had the Jets, which were good for 2 years. He's had the Bills, which were never really good. I mean,
they're good now.
They're finally good after he left.
He's left.
Dolphins, I mean, I think he had to go up against Chad Pennington, maybe. I don't even know.
Tough golf. He had Pennington. He had Tannehill. Yeah, you're right.
Tannehill was injured by the time the playoffs happened. So, you know. Sitting there looking at it, Brady was obviously a competitor, and I'm not trying to take that away from him. He was an absolute competitor, not trying to take that away whatsoever, but he really did not have a tough division that he had to, you know, go through. Like, you know, a team like the Saints have with Drew Brees, having to face Matt Ryan, who was a top 5 quarterback multiple times, etc. So that's the first thing I want to say. The second thing that I wanted to bring up was sitting there and going to, you know, the issues that we brought up with certain players having to face certain things. Michael Jordan, like, he had to face certain
adversity,
issues.
yeah.
And the crazy thing was he still had the support, but he still had to be, like, he has this what's up?
He had to be so secluded at the same time.
No. The biggest thing with this whole thing was the fact that he was so competitive. He had to learn how to not push people. He had to learn how to not push Dennis Rodman. He had to learn to fight his own competitive nature, because he went hard 24/7, no matter what the case was. And he got so bored with the sport that he wanted to take on a new sport and try and become a superstar in that. Didn't work out, but either way, he still ended up, you know, trying to I guess, compete against himself and challenge himself in order to make that happen. Now, I have 2 different opinions in this. In game, I think the greatest competitor was Allen Iverson.
I'm gonna eat an edible while you do this, just so you know.
Okay, I like that answer.
In game,
eat an edible while you do this. Go ahead.
In game, the best competitor was Allen Iverson. Out of game, it has to be Michael Jordan. Just because of his work habits. But yeah, it's obviously 2 different levels for me. Tom Brady will never approach the competitive nature. I know LeBron also had to kind of chill out a little bit to make sure that people wanted to come to his team. But honestly, like, I don't think when it comes to competitive nature that Michael Jordan could ever actually be reached inside of practice, outside of practice, inside the games. I think that Allen Iverson actually had a shot at doing that.
And you put this.
No, I love AI.
Yeah.
I love her. I love him.
He crossed over Mike like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And this is
When he
just
stepped
your
over
personal,
Tyronn Lue,
though.
In game, it's a whole different.
David can walk right over him.
Hey,
Yo, I'm from Virginia. So I'm trying so hard to not be biased with what he said. So I'm like,
Where are you at in Virginia?
I'm not at there no more. But I used to. I'm from Virginia. I used to live in Woodbridge, up in Northern Virginia.
Okay, cool. I'm in Virginia Beach, so that's why I was curious.
Oh, okay.
Shout
I
out
know
to the Clips.
exactly where you're at, yo.
Yeah, man. So I used to skate at Pharrell's house all the time because he had a half pipe.
Yeah,
he had a half pipe inside of his house. Like he had a skate park inside of his living room.
Pharrell was
bad
Pharrell.
I was the bartender for Pusha T's wedding.
Nice.
Stop it.
Hey.
Yo, stop.
Remember Canal?
That's all my resume. That's all my resume would say. That's all my resume would say. It's like, yo, I was a bartender for Pusha T's wedding. Fucking hire me.
If you know, you know.
No, it was fun, man. It was really cool. Like it was funny though, because like security guards, they couldn't watch anything that was going on, so like they had to face away the entire time, and we couldn't stare at their guests or anything. But it was really cool. It was really cool.
So you've been
a lot of drug dealers at that wedding.
Yeah, there are. You been out in fucking Richmond territory. You've been out to like Canal Club and shit.
A couple times, but not often. I don't really make my way outside of Virginia Beach. I'm normally working, so it's tough.
Okay, I feel you. You save it from bad news, right?
Bad news.
Yeah.
Newport News. Yeah. I'm about 45 minutes away.
I know you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I love bad news, man. I have fun there.
I fucking hate bad news. Bad news can go to hell in the handouts.
Did you get in trouble there?
They call it bad news because
sounds like you got in trouble there.
I have a pass. Oh, let's
said,
get into this weekend's breakdown.
What do you want first, the good news or the bad news?
I mean, we gonna get to know each other. Now that you know you, I know you're from VA. Like I'm from Nova, so yeah.
Yeah, Nova's shit, man. I actually had a company up there in Manassas.
Asses, fucking King little territory. You got to be careful how you function around Manassas.
You know where that Cracker Barrel is? Right there off the interstate.
Yeah, I used to work on that motherfucker.
So my company, my office was.
I got fired from there. I got fired from there because they were like, I was like, he called me the N-word, and they were like, no, he didn't. And I was like, yeah, he did. And I was like,
isn't the place called Crackerville? Would you say?
Yeah. And they're like, our customers would never say that. And I was like, damn. We're in Virginia, motherfucker. Yeah, they would.
Well, that and it's right off the travel highway, so they don't even have to be from Virginia.
No,
be from anywhere.
Bro, yeah, man. I actually used to live right off of Fuller Heights, Quantico. Fucking
Quantico.
Yeah.
That's cool. Anyway,
Little Williamstown, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hood. Oh, I love Jace. He's my favorite person now. Let's go. So the Tempe Buccaneers. He actually knows where I'm naming too. He's like, yeah, no,
yes, yeah, been there, done
right
that.
there by Fredericksville.
I want to
Fredericksburg. Yeah, hey, Thames River Shore, give me money. Our show was on at every fucking TV at Thames River Shore week 1 in the NFL. Let's go.
No way.
Yeah.
Wait, what is that?
Oh,
Dun, 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 dun.
I thot that was playing segment of the show. I thought that was playing.
That's my girl.
I was getting nervous. I'm not ready for this segment.
Yeah, dude's like, we're about to hop in a badass segment over here.
No, just say it was intentional.
Dun.
Go with it.
The
Bad to the bone.
The Tampa Buccaneers will be
Exactly.
without
I think that was
Antonio.
someone's ringtone that had the first 2 bars of that.
Hey, Jake. By the way, real quick, Jake, it's actually nice to see you not playing video games and actually having a conversation. Because every time I've tuned into the show, I feel like you're just facing away from the camera.
He's out there fighting the good fight, man.
Oh,
yeah,
love
Dragon
games.
Quest is very important in my life.
These dudes ain't gonna burn themselves. All right, Chase.
Yo, this
This man went on a trip to Vegas and was like, "Yeah, no, I'm not going out. No,
Nah.
I'm
Listen,
going in
I've
March,
been
too.
I've been in
I'm
that
going
World
back
of
to March
Warcraft
Madness,
life.
by the way.
I've skipped shit to do a raid. I've been there. I've done that. I've been there. I've been like, you want to go to this party? Like, nah, man, I got a raid tonight. Like, what a loser. I look back, I'm like, man, I was a nerd. I was an absolute nerd.
No,
We still are.
back
We
in March,
still
by
are.
the way, for
I don't know.
Vegas.
I'm a
Going
nerd
back
at
to the
heart.
tournament.
We just
I already
talked about
scheduled
fucking
it,
trading
so.
cards.
Like when
Yeah.
y'all was
Yeah,
talking
that's
about
good.
collector's cards, I was like,
I
shit,
did.
man,
I was tuning into that. I was like,
I was
yo.
collecting Marvel cards and shit.
Yo.
I was a real nerd.
Yo,
I had
let's
that,
get into
I had
let's
that
get
Japanese
into it.
Mewtwo.
So let me get
Sold to
into
my
it.
friend Billy Catrone. Shout out Billy
I gotta
Catrone.
mute motherfuckers.
No,
I gotta mute motherfuckers.
No, for real,
Hold
guys.
up,
I'll be
hold up.
in
No,
Vegas for the
Jake.
first round of March Madness. I'm actually going back because why not?
Oh yeah, hit a strip club this time. Trust me. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be without Antonio Bag of Baby Dicks Brown in their matchup against the Green Bay Packers. I just made someone laugh. Against the Green Bay Packers, how much does this affect the Tampa offense and predictions on this game? Let's go with intervention Chase first, and I'm gonna mute all of you because, well, I love to.
All right, so we're talking about the Buccaneers and the Packers predictions.
Yeah, NFC.
Man, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking that Green Bay runs away with it, but how they run away with it is going to be different from the way that everybody thinks, because I think that Marquez Valdez-Scantling actually could play a major role in this game. I think that it's something as to where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they already struggle with deep explosive plays, which are plays above 20 yards. They're right in the middle of the field, and it's one of the most porous defenses. Meanwhile, over the past 5 or 6 weeks so far, they've actually struggled with it even more so. I'm going to sit there and think that they might have a chance of shutting down Devontae Adams to an extent. I still think he walks away with a touchdown this game, probably 60 to maybe 400 yards, somewhere in that range. But sitting there looking at it, I think that. Sorry,
why? God,
it's a pretty good range.
It's a good range. No, but he's going to walk away with a touchdown. So
I only laughed because he started laughing, and I was like, "Oh shit."
I struggle. I struggle to sit there and say he's going to struggle because it's like, dude, like he's going to yards.
I thought it was like casually lights joint while you talk, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Like I was like, "Oh fuck," he's laughing at me. He's like "Fuck this guy, fucking loser."
Devontae Adams is going to have some yardage, but I think MVS is actually a secret weapon in this game.
Devontae Adams better because I haven't played.
I fucking agree. I can't wait till my turn. I have a strong MVS take too.
Oh,
so okay. So my heart wants Tom Brady to obviously get to the championship.
I'm so glad he froze right there. I am so happy.
I'm so fucking happy.
I'm gonna
With
screen
Tampa
grab
Bay.
this. Oh, I missed it.
I think Green Bay is built.
Perfect.
It is built. They honestly, they have one of the hottest quarterbacks in Aaron Rodgers, and their defense is better than people give them credit for. So the question is, can Tom Brady and this offense keep up? And you're asking, is Antonio Brown being out of this offense going to slow them down? No, I don't think it's going to slow them down, but Jair Alexander is going to certainly shut down whoever the hell he's on.
Yep.
It's going to be hard for Tom Brady to throw the ball downfield. And what? You think Leonard Fournette and Ronald Jones are going to win this game? Get out of here. Like, I think it's going to be Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers are going to dominate. They're going to score a hell of points. And the question is, can Tampa Bay keep up? And I think they're going to struggle to keep up. Not because, Antonio Brown's not in the game, but because the Green Bay defense is better than you think.
Well, sorry, John. Whatever.
No. I'm done. I'm chilling.
So
I got apples, this motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm straight chilling.
The Antonio Brown thing, I don't think really makes a difference. First of all, because Tom Brady gets he has what's his name? Tyron Johnson. Is that his name? What's his name?
Yes, sir.
There you got Tyron Johnson. You also got one of Tom Brady's prerequisites. You know what I mean? A white slot receiver, Scotty Tuati, So you got that going for him. But On the other side, you know, to backpack off of Chase, like MVS, you know, like he said, you know, Tampa Bay, they're very susceptible to, you know, to big splash plays down the field, and they're also susceptible to players receivers out of the slot. And MVS, he's been playing a lot of slot snaps, and he's not like going over the middle out of the slot. He's running up the seam. So, you know what I mean? That actually fits the narrative of them giving up splash plays down the field too. So I think MVS is like a secret weapon here. You know what I mean? The receivers are all in effect right here for Green Bay because it is a phenomenal run defense. You look at Aaron Jones, the first week 6 against them. You know what I mean? 11 or 14 carries, something like that, 15 yards, some bullshit like that. Like Tampa Bay's run defense ain't no joke. They got Vita Vea coming back. I feel like he's a rotational guy. I feel like, you know, when he is in the lineup, they're like, all right, we're passing it. You know what I mean? And you know, but I do worry if you can't establish, you know, any remnants of a run game, is that play action gonna work? Because that's what the Shanahan offense is predicated on. Yes, it's the Shanahan offense. It's Matt LaFleur's version of it. You know what I mean? And I'm not just saying that because I'm wearing a Niner hat and I'm hating. You know what I mean? But yes, you know, the play action it is. You know, that's how they gash up. That's how they put the nail in the coffin for real. When they're winning, when the Green Bay's winning, and they're playing with a lead, you know what I mean? And they start to run the ball, and then guess what? Oh, you thought we was done? Bam! Play action down the field, and that's how Alan Lazard kind of puts the nail in the coffin. They're like, all right, this game's in the bag. You know what I mean? So and the way you attack the Bucs is through their secondary. You know, Marcus or whatever his name, Murphy Bunting, you know, Jamel Dean, Carlton Davis. You know, they did their thing against Devontae Adams week 6, but that was also a game where, you know, they were getting at Aaron Rodgers. You know, that week their offensive line they were banged up, if I remember correctly, going into that week. You know, they're at full strength right now. You know what I'm saying?
Adams is also coming off a hamstring injury, by the way.
Yeah. Exactly. Thank you. That was true. And that was and I'm a Sagittarius. I'm gonna take a zodiac. I'm a Sagittarius, so is Aaron Rodgers. And we don't take kindly to motherfuckers that did something dirty to us.
No, we
don't. The second time around, bro, we're not playing. Like we carefully document these things. I feel like, you know, they're not gonna be able to beat Aaron Rodgers the same exact way they did. And I even tried to look up like cold weather games for Tom Brady. And in before I even looked up any numbers, I just remembered that Tennessee game, the snow game, and I was like, all right, fuck it, I don't even look up numbers because I think Tom Brady, you know, he's a height in cold weather games, but I feel like when he was with New England, you know, when it was cold weather, the game plan was steered towards it being a cold weather game. Like he still had a 70% completion rating, you know, for the average in his cold weather games. And he played in New England. You know, obviously you have Tom Brady being in the playoff. You know, he activates that playoff-ism. But I still gonna go with Green Bay. I love intangibles. And one of the
Bogart,
greatest,
just remember, you have work Sunday morning, so you don't have to lock in right now.
Yeah, I know, but you know, listen.
I'm just letting you know.
Listen,
Like,
every
bro,
day
you have work.
I reserve the right. I reserve the right to change my opinion. You know what I mean?
I know.
I definitely reserve my right. And
he gave it the funk flex. He got mad at the mic like funk flex. He was like, "Yo,
hey, yo, big dog style. It's going down in the
you
frozen
dropping
tundra."
bombs."
You know what I'm saying? Hey, Aaron Rodgers. I feel the intangible right now is it's the first ever NFC Championship, you know, hosted in Lambeau. You know what I mean? And you know, but you know, then you look at the other intangible. You got Tom Brady with the first ever, you know, a Super Bowl hosted by a home team hosting a Super Bowl on the line. So there's a bunch of great intangibles that I love that really factor in and really add unnecessary pressure to players. You know what I mean? But I feel like, you know, as Tom Brady and them was a team all year trying to figure it out on the fly, and they started to get it together. Antonio
your
Brown
tape makes me have to take a shot.
Antonio Brown being out, I really think it does negatively affect them at the end of the day. You know
So you go with me. You go with me. You go with my pick, right?
I'm going Green Bay, bro.
Okay, cool. Billy.
Bang!
I'm on the other side of the coin.
I'm on your head Sunday morning, just so you know. If you show up to work and that shit fucking changes.
I've been on Green Bay. I put money on Green Bay to win the thing.
I know. I'm just letting you know.
What I mean?
You show up to work fucking
before
Sunday
the playoffs.
morning.
I put money on Green Bay to win the NFC. So
hey, if it's me, you and Smith. If it's me, you and Smith on air Sunday morning, bro. Go ahead, Billy.
All right, these two teams faced off earlier in the year in Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Green Bay jumped on them quick, 10-0 in the first quarter, and got outscored 38-0 over the last 3 quarters of the game. Antonio Brown didn't have a catch. Ronald Jones had 23 carries for over $100 and 2 scores. And Devontae Adams had 6 for 61 coming off that hamstring like you guys mentioned. However, Aaron Rodgers only had $160 passing, got sacked 4 times. And we saw what this defense did to Breeze in the game last week with Michael Thomas on the field. So I don't see a whole lot changing. Now moving the game to Green Bay from Tampa obviously changes things. However, if there's one man equipped to go to Green Bay and win in this weather and in this cold and not let it get to him,
Tom
Brady.
Against Devontae Adams, like Devontae unguardable Adams, like
Devontae Adams.
You can't guard this man. I have played wide receiver. You cannot guard this man.
No, I agree with you. Wholeheartedly. You cannot guard Devontae Adams right now. He is playing on a different level than any man at the wide receiver position, and it's not close.
It's scary.
I just feel like this Green Bay defense has been getting gashed by running backs throughout the whole season. And in the playoffs, you need a running game. Only one man against Tampa Bay, Dalvin Cook. That's it. I think Tampa Bay goes in. I think they handle business.
Tampa Bay is soft at that. Like the Washington football team exposed that. Like
Tampa Bay was 28.
I don't know why we're
in rush attempts.
I don't know why we're still hype off of what they can do. Like for real.
You gotta turn that thing up.
Like if I'm Tampa, I'm like, fuck. Like right now, if I'm Tampa, I'm like,
Tom Brady's eating a big old gallon of avocado ice cream right now.
And Aaron Jones had 10 carries for 15 yards against.
There it is, 10 carries.
That's not good.
It's not about that. I don't mean to interrupt once again, but once again, yeah, I guess I do mean interrupt.
Well, interrupt, Chase. Interrupt.
We're talking about something like seven targets or 7 receptions per game over the past 4 or 5 games. The running back position is what Tampa's allowed. Yeah. So sitting and looking at it, like, I mean, they can beat them other ways outside of just running the ball to the running back. They can end up spreading out the offense and using the running back position as a different way of leverage.
But Chase, are you looking at before they had AB on the field?
No. In the past, like outside of last game where they faced, who was it?
So they've been.
I need to go back and look at it. But.
Well, no. I mean, brother, you and I can both agree that they've been force feeding the hell out of AB.
Yeah.
I'm talking more so towards the running back position.
Okay. So all right. Lenny can make some things happen. Ronald Jones will be back. I don't think that's enough to control Aaron Rodgers. Like, Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs just knows what to do. Like, if there was a way you could set down your controller in Madden and just drop that motherfucker and just let the game play itself and win by itself, Aaron Rodgers would be the person that would do it. That would be the team. That would be the whole offense that would do it by itself. I look, the Bucs have to prove me. You have. Maybe I'm biased because I played the position. Prove me wrong that you can shut down Devontae Adams. As long as Devontae Adams got 2 on the board in the rum zone, we're good.
Tom Brady 32-11 in the playoffs, though, man. 32-11 in the playoffs. I just think if anybody's equipped to go to Lambeau and win, it's Brady and the boys.
But maybe it's also my bias again, where I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Brady, your cheeks can get clapped at any given time.
Sure.
Well, the Packers struggle to actually get pressure on the quarterback, to be honest with you. So that's where it scares me. If the pressure can be applied,
no Antonio Brown.
Yeah, but
Zaire Alexander's off.
Zaire Alexander, arguably the best corner in the game. You can throw it up him or Ramsey. Make your pick, make your argument. That's all good. Zaire Alexander, top playmaker, man. He's up there. but you put him on either Godwin or Mike Evans. Who guards the other one? You know,
Jair Alexander won't go on.
He
on
does
Godwin.
have God
He doesn't
and
move
win
to the
his
slot.
name.
I think Cameron
Alright,
Brate
so,
has a really big game,
real
though,
quick,
honestly.
Looks like everyone made their take. My
Yeah,
take
we're gonna
is
argue
the
it
Packers
to that.
reverse that 38-10, whatever, and make it a 27 to maybe 20 win. And I think they're the better team right now. So
They're a far better team.
Well, then we're just gonna dive into the next topic. Then
UFC, come on.
Well, we have
Hit him with it. Hit him with it.
Yeah, Jake is like, I just wanted to hear about people punching each other in the face. We have one more topic, and this
Or
is what
shouldering.
This is actually what Linda's been waiting for. Love you, Linda. Like literally, like you're the fucking greatest.
Linda's amazing. She's our newest She's our newest addition to the Fantasy Intervention, so I love her.
Oh, that's so. See, that's what's up. That's what's
I
up.
loved her before then, but I love her even more now.
Oh,
wait, who wants you?
No, that was. I know exactly what that was. That was my sister-in-law yelling at someone. That's how we are.
I want you to sleep on the couch or outside, depending on the weather.
No, fuck no.
Colder the better
Never
outside.
that. Nah, like you know how it is. Rumboyz, we a big ass family. Like we know each other. Like you know that it's just how it goes. You know.
You know.
Because I'd rather us be a fucking family than anything else. I'd rather me know exactly what's going on than not. The Buffalo Bills are facing an uphill battle, going against Patrick Mahomes and the Super Bowl champions, Kansas City Chiefs. Mahomes is actually cleared. So at the time that we wrote the show sheet, he was not cleared. He has now been cleared. He is going to play. So it's Mahomes, Allen.
You could have a whole show on that.
Dude, if you have a schedule cleared, Rumboyz NFL AM, you already know the hottest fucking pregame show it is, baby. You know, get it popping.
Yeah.
Chiefs, Bills. Who do you guys got?
Start with Chase.
No, we'll
Jake,
start
right?
we'll start with
I
Bogart.
think you started Bogart every time.
Oh,
no, that's cool. That's cool. I like Bogart starting. He brings a lot of energy.
It
does. Yeah. Whatever.
I mean, and he's muted, so we
right,
got
so
that
we
going.
start with
We got
Jake.
that going for the show.
No, go ahead, Jay.
It makes sense. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
How is he? Go ahead, Bogart.
Oh shit. Okay.
No, you're good now.
No,
You're good. You're pretty good. You're good, homie. You're
All
good.
right, energy, give me money.
It was my fault.
She give me money.
Energy, give me money.
All my fault.
I'm gonna make my take quick because I do gotta take off.
Already.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah,
Alright.
I like the Bills in this one. You know what I mean? But the one thing is both these teams. I mean, like the way you beat both these teams is running the ball, right? I mean, obviously that's like the cliche, like run the ball, keep Patrick Mahomes off the field, run the ball, keep Josh Allen off the field. But both these teams are like the Bills were 21 overall in rush attempts. The Chiefs were 23. You know, I'm talking about the regular season shit, but it still kind of rolls over into the playoffs. I guess you could say to support my narrative. But Brashad Breeland being hurt, I feel like he's gonna play, but Stephon Diggs is gonna eat him up. They're very susceptible against the tight end position. Dawson Knox and the legend of the Tomb Raider himself, Tyler Kroft. He might pop up, in this joint. You got my man Smokey Brown as well. Gabriel Davis is banged up, but then you also got Cole Beasley, and these guys they got something to prove. I feel like I'm going back to intangibles. You know what I mean? The last time this game, the AFC Championship was the Bills versus my version of the GOAT, Joe Montana. You know what I'm saying? That's the last time these two teams played each other in an AFC Championship. And the Bills took it last time. I'm going to go with the Bills. I think if it wasn't for – and I'm not even buying into any of the concussion bullshit. Fuck all that. It's really the toe. Like, I think the toe is a big deal. You know what I
I
mean?
love Linda. Linda said Bogart for president.
Yes. And Robbie be my vice president. Let's go. Dial it up. You know what I mean?
I'm a big case. Let's go.
I like the Bills in this one. You know what I mean? I know it's probably foolish, and then, like I wish actually I don't wish. Wishing's for suckers. But I would say if the spread was like any kind of like 4 points or like 6 points, I would take the Bills. You know, it's too close to call, so I'll take the Bills money line on this one. I like the Bills.
Oh shit! Who just dropped out? Oh, Chase just dropped out. Alrighty, well then we go to John.
So
Linda was bracking.
Linda's bracking. Yeah, Linda's in the show.
Shout out to Linda.
Linda's bracking.
Oh, I gotta do it. I gotta do it now. Whoop
Yeah. Hey, Linda was bragging. Yeah. So we're talking about. Wait, what are we even talking about? Are we talking about Tom Brady? We're talking about Tom Brady in Green Bay. Are we done with that?
I think we're done with that.
No, we're done with that one.
We're done with that.
Bills. We're on the Bills and Mahomes.
The other game that
So
determines
Bills and
matchup,
Mahomes.
yeah.
So sure. I mean, we're going to talk about Kansas City. The big deal was whether Patrick Mahomes is going to play or not, right? Like that was what we were worried about. And you can't go into this game. There was no way Kansas City was going to have Patrick Mahomes sit. They weren't, even he was remotely close to passing concussion protocol. They
It
were
would
going
have
to
been the
push
weekend
through.
at Bernie if they had to. Huh?
Yeah, of course. They would have done whatever it takes to get this guy on the field. So I think even an 80% Patrick Mahomes, which, I mean, he might not be 100%, even an 80% Patrick Mahomes puts up a fight with the Bills. Shit, Bills are a hot team. It's hard to bet against the Bills. The spread, Vegas spread is 3.5 points. You're taking home field advantage, which is 2.5 points. You're talking about a fucking coin flip. It's a hard game.
And a
Give
maybe
me
70% quarterback as well.
Hey, Linda,
Yeah.
Linda, are we posting our videos at the same time or nah? Like, that's what I need to know. Are we doing our Bills Mafia videos together?
That would be wild. That would be some wild shit.
Yo, what bugs me?
Listen, I will get powerbombed through a table on fire.
Hey, what bugs me?
Boy, table, give me money.
Yo, that's how you know, like, John's been, like, watching this show for so long. He just knows. He just knows.
Yeah. Oh, dude, been a pleasure. So no, for real though. Ultimately, I think it's hard to bet against. So, Brian said it best on the podcast last night.
Just said yes. My table came in today.
Dude, she's gonna smash that table. She's gonna smash that shit. It's gonna be wild. I mean, this is gonna be. Listen, if the Bills win, if the Bills go to the Super Bowl, what a narrative that would be. Imagine the Bills versus Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. Bills are like, thank fucking God, we finally got away from Tom Brady. We finally got away from this asshole.
No, because
and then they just meet him in the Super Bowl.
You lost to the skin, so you don't want that. You don't want to lose to Brady.
Could you imagine?
You want to win. You want to win. You want to win.
Yeah. The Bills would be pissed. I think it's going to be a tough game.
Billy, it's your turn. It's your turn, Billy.
All right, so here's my take. The Bills, I love this team, man. I love what they're doing. I think they're going to be around for a long time. They're missing a little bit of pieces, you know what I'm saying? But they still found a way to get it done. No running game necessarily, but Josh Allen is just doing his thing. That being said, I'm never too confident in a team's really their first trip to the playoffs. We saw it with the Ravens last year. And the Bills got lucky against the Colts and some poor coaching decisions last week against the Ravens. The Ravens just looked like trash on offense. So going into Kansas City, I just think that the Bills might be a little outmatched. Second in the NFL in scoring, 31.3 points a game. They're down to 22 points per game, and a little bit of that was the defense against the Ravens, with that 101-yard pick six.
Hey, I got one for you. In 9 games.
It's a good start to me jumping through the table. Like, does this look like a good...
Yeah, you high enough.
Yeah, you got that.
So I could just like
Straight. You
one,
got that.
2,
Yeah, wow. It's smash.
like I can do this.
Hey,
I got this.
hey, Patrick Mahomes, he's lost 9 games in his career. And in
Yeah.
those 9 games, they average, if you take the average of those 9 games, he's scoring 30 points on offense. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
that
like,
being said, Patrick Mahomes lost one game in a game that the Raiders jumped on him all of 2020. You know, it's like 24-1 in his last 25 games. The Chiefs they're not that great against the spread. They're not blowing people out like we typically think they are. They're just winning games. Mahomes is going to play like you guys all said. There's no way, no how that Mahomes isn't under center when the Chiefs come out of that tunnel. So that narrative's kind of out the window. But there's an intimidation factor playing these Chiefs. And we talk about, Bogart, you talk about Stephon Diggs. That dude's playing out of his mind right now. I love what he's doing in Buffalo. Look at the completion percentage jump from Josh Allen this year, almost 70% completion.
Disgusting.
Stephon Diggs is a big part of that, what he's doing right now. However, Tyrann Mathieu, the honey badger baby, he's a playmaking guy. He's going to be around Diggs a lot in this game. And I feel like that's a pretty even matchup and maybe might favor the Chiefs if they can get to Josh Allen a little bit. So I think the Bills, the luck runs out in Kansas City. Mahomes and the boys do just enough to win. They run into Brady in his home field down in Tampa in the big game. Hey, that's what I think.
Yo, hold on.
Diggs would put Tyrann Matthews in a blender. Diggs would put Tyrann Matthews in a blender.
So
I don't know, man.
take,
Let's put this out.
If the Bills win,
It'd be bad. It'd be bad. It would be bad.
if the Bills win, I will not be upset, man, because I like what this Bills team is doing. I love what Stephon Diggs has went there and done, and I'm really proud of Josh Allen, brushing off everything the haters have said about the completion percentage. He does it on the ground when his team needs. 40-some touchdowns, no interceptions in the red zone. This guy's a monster, man. So if he wins and he pulls through this playoff run, hey, much love to the Bills, and I'll be rooting for them in the bowl for sure.
Hey, I love that you represent. I love that you just ready to eat and didn't give him with Billy. I appreciate the fuck out of that.
It's dinner time.
Jake,
It's been a blast chatting with you guys.
All right, my take. All right, real quick here.
Then we go into our last, Jake, your take. Then we go to our last take of the night, where we got some big money on the fucking line.
Hey,
money
quick.
on the
So
line.
I will obviously take in this game the Bills. I saw what Cleveland did last week, and if you could review a helmet-to-helmet call, they probably win that game with everything that went there. Right?
Bogart, you gotta head out. Go ahead, head out.
I don't care what the play was. I'm a Browns fan. I don't want to talk about it. All right, I'm over it.
Don't even.
Not happy.
Yeah.
But hey, I will say, before
it's
I leave,
over. No, I don't care what.
The Browns can run the ball, though. The Browns can run the ball.
But that's not what we're talking about. Let's talk about
I don't
tonight.
know. Hey, also, hey man, love y'all. Love y'all, man. You know what I'm saying?
Later, Bogart.
Always a hell of a time.
Bless up.
And yeah, man, let's go. Packers Bills. Let's go. Dial it up.
Yeah. Oh shit.
All right, that's the outro. Well,
hey, y'all have a good one.
All right, brother. I love you, bro. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yep. Love you too.
Awesome, man.
So my take is the Bills win this game, probably by 7 at least.
Woo.
I saw what the Browns did last week, and it literally came down to losing their actual third-string guard to the fourth-string in the practice squad that ended that game on that last drive. That ended it. You could say whatever coaching call happened. Baker, I don't care. It came down to Jones versus our fourth-string guard on the practice squad we signed last week. And he broke every play, and it did not matter. It was over. The Bills have more depth, and they're a better football team. I don't want to argue Baker, Allen. I think they're both great where they're at. I think every quarterback in that class ended up where they had to go to be successful, and it just worked out for every team.
Hey, I'm proud of
But
Baker.
the Bills have more right now, and I think the Bills are healthier than the Browns were. They were decimated out of line before the game. I think
For
the
sure.
Bills, with Allen, can win that game with their legs over what the Chiefs have. I don't love Mahomes. I agree with the toe injury being the problem. He could not play well, and he came in and Henny outplayed him. That's a problem. And I don't think that toe injury heals up in a week.
I got one more thing for you just to throw it out there. Darrell Williams, 13 carries, 78 yards last week for the Chiefs, 6 yards a carry. He's a big 6 foot, 225-pound running back. The Chiefs are going to lean on him big this week. You got some DFS stuff, play that man. He's going to make a lot of people a lot of money this week. I think the Chiefs lean on the running game, keep Mahomes safe. I like it.
Billy hitting the DFS shit. I
Yeah,
like
man.
it. I like
he
it.
does. He does. He really
I
does.
like it. That's that grind. That's that hustle that belly up gives you. I love
Yeah,
it.
they do. They do. They
I
really
appreciate
do.
it. It's my home network.
Thanks, man.
Hey, hold on. Wait. I got one loading in backstage and
Give it to me. Give it to me. Chase, welcome back.
Yeah, man. Welcome back.
Chase, my guy. My paisan.
Exactly. Yo, I mean, there's like, bro, what I love is like, I'm fucking Dominican, Jamaican, and Italian. I literally have a Khadija Fiscali.
I mean, I guess.
If anyone does not know, if anyone does not know
actually,
what a
Jalen, we're
fucking,
doing with the NFL
Bro.
though.
So you're Jamaican. You're Jamaican. Yo, the drink I made for you, the Admiral, I'm not joking, might be one of the best drinks I've ever created in my life. It might be. And I'm not trying to pat my back. I'm not trying to go on this bullshit. I've won some awards for this shit. Like I won some awards for bartending. I made this drink, the Admiral. It was fucking fire. It's a good ass drink. It's a real. I'm drinking Appleton straight right now, but the drink that I made for you, it's fucking good. It's real good. It's like an old fashioned esque. It's fire.
Hey,
It's
man,
fire. So I'm glad that you're Jamaican because I'm used Jamaican rum.
Send me some rum recipes, man. My wife and I, we fuck with rum here in my house.
Rum is fun. Like rum is so much fun. Like because you can do so much with it, and it's a blast.
It might be the best category. It might be the best category to play with in terms of cocktails.
Well,
It might be.
send me your recipes, man. I need them.
Oh, I'll give you $1 million. I'll give you $1 million. Well, I'll give you 3 on Super Bowl Sunday.
Hey, everybody has to wait till Super Bowl Sunday to get rum right.
Super Bowl Sunday, you're gonna get Super Bowl Sunday, you're gonna get 3 bangers.
Hey, real quick, I got a question for you. Have you ever messed with Stiggins, the plantation pineapple? That's my favorite, man. That's my shit.
Bro. Just tune in on Super Bowl Sunday. You want to talk about plantation pineapple?
Yes!
Tune in on
Plantation
Super
pineapple,
Bowl Sunday. Tune in on Super Bowl Sunday. I got that shit for you. I have a drink called the Jungle Bird that'll blow your fucking mind.
I have
and
a
it's
drink
using
I donated
plantation
to
pineapple.
the
It is so fucking good. It's so good.
Oh shit! Hey, Rumboyz Combat. Yo, let's go. Hold up.
Don't know.
He said, don't know.
I got this like old ass cork.
Oh, that sounds funny.
That's Appleton.
Of course, they're
that's
great.
how you know you have Appletons. That's how you know you have Appletons, though, right there.
That's that Appleton 12 here, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's
Nice blend.
Thank
bro. No, the Flor de Cantina, the Flor de Cana, the 25.
Oh, God.
Dude, that 25-year-old, I'm telling you, Robbie, someday we're going to sit down and split a bottle of that Paradiso, the Bacardi 25-year-old aged rum.
Oh, my God.
Dude.
Yo, my wedding, 2022. I already told you.
Paradiso. I'll bring a bottle. Bacardi, give me money.
Yo, Rumboyz Bass Bacardi, give us money. Let's go.
Give me money.
Yeah.
No. So, but for real, it's so funny you brought up plantation pineapple because it is one of my favorite rums sort of ever. And it introduced me into the world of tiki and introduced me to the world of sort of that, like that realm of cocktails, you know? And so when Bobby asked me to do this, I said, okay, I got to pick 3 rums, make 3 cocktails. The first rum, I was like, I have to put in this
Plantation pineapple.
With plantation pineapple. It was the first rum I had to put in there. So I made a Jungle Bird, which is plantation pineapple, Campari, pineapple juice, lime juice, and simple syrup, and it is a stellar. It is a killer. It is a killer cocktail. So
you ready for this? I just came up with a cocktail the other night. You ready for this?
Hit me with it.
Gunpowder gin.
Yep, Pussers.
Okay.
Gunpowder, the Irish gin. It's the only Irish gin out there, right?
Okay.
So then you end up doing 1 ounce of that, 1 ounce of the plantation pineapple 1 ounce of what I have? Lemon juice. 0.5 Saint Germain, just because people know Saint Germain. I didn't really want to put it in there because it's like the ketchup of. It's the ketchup of craft cocktails.
It's so funny.
But-
it's like people see that and they gravitate to it. You put that on a cocktail list and they instantly are like, oh, okay, I need that.
it's the most known thing, and it's like, dude, like it's not that cool. Like
It's
it's
not
sugar.
that
It's
cool.
sugar.
It's mediocre at best.
But people know it. So I put 0.5 Saint Germain in there, and then I throw in quarter ounce of honey.
Oh, go ahead. My fault, pal.
No, you're fine. Quarter ounce of honey. You end up stirring it to an extent. Then you do a quick shake with the dry ice. Well, not dry ice, obviously, but not the wet ice. So you do a quick shake of it, and then you serve it up neat. Normally in a champagne flute, or you could actually do a coupe. So it hits like almost like a daiquiri does. But the 50-50 of the gin and the rum is just amazing. It's
honestly, I'm gonna keep it player, bro. I know that you're a bartender, honestly, but for real. But when you see Super Bowl Sunday, and when you see what John is throwing together, like I've already seen the behind the scenes, and like I'm gonna actually get some early leaks out. If you guys do not follow me on TikTok already, get on my TikTok. I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna take some of the early behind the scenes footage. When John breaks down what our cocktail will be, I may or may not duet that motherfucker side by side and make it myself and try my best shot at it. And I may actually also do it on air on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network pregame show. So make sure you guys tune in Sunday for that. I'm gonna take this edible really quick, and we're going into the last topic.
Another one?
Start off. Yeah. Dude.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. What are you, his parole officer? Come on.
I have no idea. I'm just giving him shit. That's all.
I
Make money, guys. Last topic today.
I'm just busting nuts. I'm just busting
I got
nuts.
you, dude. No.
J Love, what's cracking?
What's good,
Yeah,
man?
J Love is up in
Why
here.
are you all yelling all the time? God, man. I'm just loving it. I'm loving it.
I got a shitty mic, so I gotta yell right now, fellas. My bad.
No, you're good. You pimping.
I'd never heard J Love or Jake ever yell ever in this entire show.
If you just go into settings, guys, there is an auto setting that is absolute trash. Never touch that because I did that last time, and the lack of me yelling makes it seem like I have to go from 30, 25 to 80, and it is not great. Because it adjusts with everyone else who is more vocal, and it just makes everything worse.
Hey, you figured out your settings, bro. That's what I love about your sound check. Hey, it's your turn though. Fournier, McGregor, predictions, picks. You go. This is your department.
Blake and I are in disagreement on this one. I think McGregor is probably going to be serious till he gets that title back, and I think he is the best guy left after Habib. So I would say instead of the first round getting the uppercut that knocked him down, and then the shot on the top of the head that stopped Poirier, I think Poirier could take this to the late second if he's lucky, maybe early third. Poirier is not added defensive boxing. I don't buy that he'll wrestle. He says he can. He is okay at it. He's not a great wrestler even at his college days. But his only counter to McGregor that he has had since he actually had the last fight was a switch punch, which is basically I will step left, change stance, and I will throw left just to throw an uppercut with the right, throw you off, and throw overhand with the left.
But what have you done for me lately? That's my.
But what does McGregor have to add? He's been against more complicated things than the switch punch that Poirier has. In my opinion, Poirier does not have the power to hurt McGregor unless he gets in a real sprawl near the fence and Poirier has control. McGregor will not give Poirier control of this fight. And I think he's going to pressure Poirier.
You're so lucky that the fight is too late that we don't have to commentate this together because, you and I would both be on the clock together fucking.
Oh, it'd be so late. Yeah. That's why it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be a rough 2 days of sleep. But still, I don't see what Poirier's added defensively that can make him avoid Connor's punches and step in. He can take the punches from McGregor, but you cannot take power from McGregor at 155 before you get knocked out, and he will get caught late second, early third at the latest.
I think McGregor's a bitch, and if you can take him down, then you can take him down. Go ahead, Billy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and play like I'm an MMA guy because I don't know a ton about it. Did my homework here, hey, the fight went pretty short last time. McGregor won this thing, but I did check out the odds, and -305 for McGregor is a relatively heavy favorite. So if I'm gonna bet some money, and I will just for fun and watch.
He said I will.
Oh, by the way, I
Yeah,
bet
bro, I will.
15 on
I will.
Poirier. I bet on Poirier, by the way, because I'm not gonna bet such a heavy favorite, but
No, let
I don't
him
think he'll
go,
win.
Jake. Stop it. Let him
Yeah.
go.
If I'm gonna put some money on it, obviously McGregor's got the familiarity with me, but I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know a damn thing. So let me go ahead and pass it on to you guys. You coach me up right quick. Let me put my money on the right guy here. I'm listening.
I love that he said, I'm putting money on it, though. Like, no fucks were given.
No.
That's my favorite type of person.
If I'm
That's my
watching,
favorite type of
there's
person.
money on it. If I'm watching, there's money on it.
Money
Gotta
on
be.
it. Hey,
Thank
J
you.
Love. Oh, wait, no, it goes to J Love actually first.
All right.
Hit it up, J-Lo.
In all honesty, I think if this fight goes short, similar to what happens last time, McGregor's going to take this bout, no doubt. The longer it goes, I like Poirier's chances. We see him get a second win in all of his fights. He likes brawls. He likes getting in that dirty fighting. In all honesty, if it goes past round 3, I have Poirier winning this fight. Do I see it going past round 3? It's hard. I'm going to take McGregor. I think McGregor catches him probably late round 2, like you said, Jake. I want Poirier to win. I want him to plaster his face on this canvas because I can't stand Conor McGregor at times.
I mean, so do I. I mean, J-Love, so do I. I just don't see it, and I bet Poirier.
And I love Dustin Poirier as a person. I think he's a great fighter. I think he's a great dude, and I want him to win this fight. But if I'm a betting man, I have to if I have to give a pick, I would say McGregor wins this fight. Sadly.
Come on, Chase. Give me some hope.
Yeah,
No hope.
I got shit. I ain't got
Look,
shit.
I want Poirier to win this fight so bad.
I used to fight back when I was like 18 at the bar. Like I used to pick, I had little man syndrome. So that's about the experience that I have. That's about it.
I mean, Poirier did not look great at the press conference. Like, he looked down and stuff. And, but it's like, when you look at Conor, what do you think? He looked down at the microphone. It's like, when I think of Conor, I'm like, dude, you do not want to fight Conor. You look scared of him still. Like, you look broken before you walk in the octagon.
Scared of him. I honestly think he's in his own head.
Yeah, he's in his own head. He's in his own head.
He doesn't feel comfortable fighting Conor.
He's overthinking every other thing that he can do to take on Conor.
You know what sucks is because during this whole promotion, which has lasted way longer than any other fight, because it's Conor McGregor, he's seen himself get knocked out for a month straight. Like, one of the only times he's lost a fight, he's seen himself over and over get knocked out by Conor McGregor.
I'm gonna say it like this.
Two fatal blows. The uppercut to the chin and the top of the head.
I'm gonna say it like this.
Half a second.
These top 6 are fake. My bottom 4 are fake. I actually used to fucking fight. I fought in the military. I fought in high school. I have had my teeth knocked out. Not once, not twice, but motherfucking 3 times. But I also have a very fucking good record, and I can knock a lot of people out.
You're a wide receiver.
Well, yeah, I'm fast. I'm fast.
Wow.
Like Andre Johnson, wide receiver, though, because Andre Johnson, he beat the dog shit.
He threw a few punches at Brian Finnegan.
Yeah, he gave shit. He gave shit.
My point is that
about that bullshit.
If you have heart, it don't matter what the fuck happens to you.
Oh, you're taking Poirier. You're taking Poirier.
J-Lo.
You're taking Poirier.
I have one question when he finished this take, but let him go.
That's all I have to say after he just said that.
J-Lo's straight up goes, you're taking Poirier. Yeah.
Here's my closing idea. The only thing Poirier's added in his boxing is a switch punch, which is I'm going to step left, throw left to throw an uppercut with a right and set you up with an overhand left. He has not added defensive boxing, which would not make McGregor back up. and the pressure will not be relieved by that. So he's not added anything that can relieve the McGregor pressure in the octagon, where I'm like, I can pick him.
Okay, so
but I
here's my
bet
thing.
against him because he's such an
So-
underdog. I'm like, 15,
Right, I get that.
I'm taking that. If he loses,
In all
whatever, I don't
honesty,
care. But
if you
If
look at
I'm
his last
Dustin,
fight
I'm
with
going
Dan,
straight for waist all day. I'm just gonna go for your waist, put you down on the mat, and just
but the thing is you can't really
Control
wrestle
that.
with Conor if you're Poirier.
he won't wrestle.
He's
Poirier does not wrestle. I don't care.
I didn't
Conor
say anything
handled-
about wrestling. I didn't say
Conor
anything about
handled
wrestling.
3 rounds with the greatest wrestler in the world, and looked a lot better than a lot of these other fighters. Poirier got submitted early second. Gaethje, while he kind of handled himself, it
he
didn't
did
go
not.
good.
He
for him.
panicked
When did you
miserably.
become an MMA analyst? Like I thought you were my fucking NFL scout. Like when did you step into this department?
Bruh.
Again, man,
Bro,
I think we all like
when do you
Poirier.
expand your
It's
wings?
just hard
When
to
do you
watch,
expand your
man.
wings?
Look,
It's just hard to see.
I honestly think that Poirier has a better chance than a lot of people are giving him. If you look at his last fight with Dan Hooker, he took shots that when he was fighting at 145 would put him
Yep.
to sleep.
Yep.
His
Yep.
chin has gotten much better. He's a brawler.
But
He's
Connor's
from-
155 power is better than his 145 power, too.
But
You're
whose
right.
heart is gonna be bigger Saturday
But
night?
I would honestly say that Dan Hooker's 155 power is better than Connor's 145 power, and Dustin's chin has gotten a lot better. You can just
It's
tell from
tough,
the
yeah.
hits he's taken.
Man, I don't know. I hope you're right.
It's
I
still
would
credible.
have believed
McGregor's
it. I
definitely the
don't
favorite.
see
I
Connor
like
struggling
Poirier.
with this fight after 2 rounds. I really
Yo.
see Connor catching him. I don't see
The
a way
longer
he
this
can
fight
relieve the
goes,
pressure.
once Dustin, if Dustin hits that second win, I think he wins this fight.
If it's mid to third round, you should if
Oh,
you
if
can
it's
live
mid to
bet
third round,
Dustin 100%.
Got it. Yeah.
Right.
If he can get it there though, I
That's the
heavily
question.
doubt right now.
I'm
That's
playing
the question.
Dustin on all my lines. On all my lines, I'm playing Dustin. That does not
I
mean
mean,
that you should do
honestly,
the same thing.
if he wins, you're making a lot of money because I bet Dustin too. I just can't pick him as somebody who.
I'm
watches
picking
the
Dustin
fights.
out of emotion. I'm picking Dustin out of
Yeah,
emotion.
okay,
That's
I'm picking him as
Connor.
somebody who wants me as well. I picked him in all these bets because I like him, but I can't see him winning. It's like
Yeah, I don't
if
like
win,
Connor.
Cool.
So.
If my pick's right, if Connor wins,
This is the one
I'll
time
feel
I
good
say-
about it as an analyst, but
Hey,
as a
football-
bettor, if he loses,
football-
hey, screw it, I win money. You know, I don't care.
Football, listen to me. UFC right now, this weekend, and the other weekend.
Just don't miss it, man. I get it. 65's a lot, but you have to. I mean, just pay up.
Fuck
I mean,
it. Fuck it. Fuck
yeah.
it. That is what it is. Let's go ahead. Let's close out. We'll start off with you, Jake. Let everyone know where they can find you.
Yeah, Rumboyz Combat on Twitter, rumboyz.com. And watch tomorrow, guys. I mean, I'm sure ESPN's going to find a last-second thing where you can get it for like $50 for like 5 months of ESPN Plus and the pay-per-view. Definitely pick it up. It's going to be very late, but trust me, they're going to find some sort of promo to get the McGregor card in to get you locked in on ESPN Plus. So just wait it
UFC
out
Fight
and do it.
Pass. UFC Fight Pass. Catch the Rumboyz fighter, the Rumboyz sponsor fighter.
Oh, yeah,
February
yes.
12th.
Yeah, for Cesar Gutierrez. Yeah, wait. Actually, you can do it right now. I think it's a month free. So, yeah, you can get that for 1 month free. And watch our sponsored fighter, Cesar. Fighting heavyweight, so top of the card. And it's a must watch. So, actually, it'll be on a Friday as well. So, we might be live reacting to it.
Oh, we will be.
Legally, without showing the fight, because we can't do that. So, on Rumboyz After Dark.
Billy!
Yeah, guys, check me out. I'm looking forward to those rum races. Guys. At BWIT24, you can find me on Belly Up Fantasy Live every Wednesday evening, bringing it to you like we do. Big numbers, a lot of in-depth stuff. We got a lot of big stuff coming this off season. I want to say, hey, thanks Rumboyz for having me on tonight. It's been a blast talking football with you guys. Love the information, and hey, let's see about that fight this weekend.
Hell yeah. Bro, I've never heard anyone say, like, I've heard people say it, but, like, it's becoming a thing where now I'm, like, catching on where it's like, holy shit, like, people actually enjoy being here. So I thank you for actually saying that. Like, that.
A lot of fun, man. This is a blast.
It's resonating.
Yeah, you let it show on the net. Let it show in the fucking country.
For the culture. You know,
I called you. Ain't
hey,
nobody there.
J Love, sign off.
Rumboyz J Love on Twitter, and hit up those articles on rumboyz.com like always.
Yo, if you ain't following J Love, you ain't doing shit right. Period.
Yeah, you're not.
End
Yo,
of story.
if
Period.
you're trying to play dynasty fantasy football and you're not following
Period.
J Love, if you're trying to do mock drafts for fantasy football,
Bro.
yeah, yo,
My guy's got this shit like on lock. Like, you don't understand. There's smart individuals and there's fucking brains in this industry, and then there's J Love, right? Like, there's other brains to this next level shit, and J Love is on this next level shit. Preach,
Appreciate it, bro.
I got you. Yeah, I got you, homie. Keep up the hustle. He's got everything you need to understand about
all the
football,
rookies, all the
fantasy
rookies,
rookies, all this. Dude, he's got an eye, and it's funny. It's funny. I think my boy Brian's got an eye. You know, because he scouts for the NFL. He thinks he's cool
he's
shit.
done it. Yeah,
he thinks he's cool shit. Yo, no. Don't pump his tires up. He thinks he's cool shit. He scouts for the NFL. But when it comes to the NFL, different, right? J Love has that eye for fucking talent, and I love it. I'm in there. J Love, keep up the hustle, keep up the hard work, bro. I'm with you. I'm rocking with you.
I can't say enough, yo, Chase.
Shout out to Baby for the follow.
Yo, shout out to for the love of Sundays, motherfucker. Hey,
Yeah.
Chase, talk your shit, bro.
See, my shit ain't about me, right? It's about the team. And honestly, like,
his shit wasn't even about his shit. Wasn't
the circle.
It's about the circle, right? No, but
Yeah.
to be honest with you guys, like, we wouldn't be able to do any of this without Steffi. Like, without Stephanie, like, she absolutely crushes everything. And you guys don't see the stuff that goes on behind the scenes. You guys really don't. And I know I work hard, but there's nobody that works harder than Stephanie does. And the amount of content that she produces, the amount of the stuff that she puts out, like, if y'all had the private conversations we had, like, y'all would faint because you all would not be able to keep up with it. She works 20 hours a day, 7 days a week, and constantly just puts out content. And not only that, but she challenges herself to a level that I struggle to keep up with. And so I don't even care about promoting myself. I want to sit there and talk about Steffi Smalls with 3 L's. You guys can find her, Steffi Smalls with 3 L's, because she's the real superstar over there at Fantasy Intervention. Just want to make sure that's recognized, because, you know, it's not about me. She is the superstar up there, and that's all I want to recognize.
Big facts.
So see, hey, and that honestly helps a lot out, you know, for me.
Big facts.
Honestly, you know, so for you know, that's on up and up. It's on up and up. That's all.
It's all about her.
Yeah.
Hey, anything she hey, that's my little sister for real. Honestly. So I think, like, you know, I just gonna reach out because
she's dope. She's fucking dope. I'll finish that sentence for you. She's fucking dope in this fucking industry. She's killing it. She's doing everything that you need to do, and everything about Steffi Smalls is fucking gang.
That's a homie. That's a homie. But the fact that I had said I want to talk to the CEO earlier, really, that's really who motherfucker that's really pulling the strings.
It's funny how shit collaborates.
Oh, hear me out.
Speak.
So the Rumboyz, we're all about inclusion, right? We're all about, you know, putting, especially, you know, minority brands on the map. And I said some shit earlier. It was stupid as fuck. Whole time. There's a female CEO. There's a female CEO that's out here that's working her fucking magic. I've done this as a for 3 years now as a black CEO. To have a female in the arena, let's go. Let's go. That's what the fuck is up. Like, I'm not trying to discredit anyone's hustle, but I will say that 2021 is the year of ascension. And the culture is shifting. There's a reason why right now in 2021 we changed our hashtag from just straight hashtag Rumboyz to hashtag for the culture. You know, because that's what we really believe in. There's women out here. There are brothers out here. There are brands that I have not even realized that there's a brand right now that is probably ran by a sister. And I mean that by what I fucking say. And if you don't like it, it is what it is. There's a brand right now that's ran by a sister that I don't even know about. But we got most of different entrepreneurs out here reshaping the culture. And in 2021, that's our energy. This is for the culture. You know, John, go ahead and sign up, bro. Like, go ahead. I just like with like holy ham right there. Like,
no. So
like,
listen, I'm here on an opportunity of peace and love, and I'm here to represent for the love of Sundays and for the Rumboyz Network, because listen, Sundays are the best day in the week. We
it's
can all
the
agree
best
on
day
that.
in the week.
It's the best day in the week. We can all agree on that. We all love Sundays, and what that means is it's all about inclusion, about loving each other, and about loving everything. Listen, it's all love when it comes to Sundays. Represent whatever you want, represent whatever drink you want, do whatever you want to do.
Represent your team, yeah.
Represent your team. Love Sundays. Just have fun. Be with your family. Be with your wife. Be with your children. Be with whatever you got to do. But Sundays is the time to chill and have fun and sort of ground yourself. And that's what I'm all about. And I'm all about that shit. I'm all about that life. And listen, the Rumboyz bring it to the next level, because Rumboyz are all about fun. All Rumboyz bring it to that, like,
fun.
Listen, we're here. We're talking about this. We're talking about that. We're having a good time. Rumboyz bring it to that next level. We're like, oh shit! Like, okay, everything is lit. I love everything about Rumboyz. Everything. And it comes with the Appleton 12-year to the Brugal to the whatever you want to talk about. Rumboyz is got a pop.
Already, bro. Yo, I greatly appreciate that fucking love. Hey, y'all already know what it is. It's Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Follow us at Rumboyz ZNET. Literally everywhere. And if you can't find us anywhere and everywhere, then type it in the
Yeah, my grandfather watches this show. If you can't find us, you're lying.
My grandfather watches this show.
My grandfather watches this show. Ain't nobody say I can't find the Rumboyz. You're fucking lying. You're fucking lying.
Like, let's go. That's how we really out here this season. For real. This is 2021. This is for the culture season. This is how we holding it down. This is what the fuck we doing. Coast to coast. This is the best show. You already know. Every Friday night we touch it down. Rumboyz After Dark. This is for everybody that's ever felt misplaced, all the black sheeps, all the DJs, anyone that's ever, like, you know, you felt misplaced, you felt lost. This is a place that you tune the fuck in and you can get your sports sake. You can feel the love. This is just how, like, we just bring it together. And that's really all I can say. I don't have nothing else to say besides follow every single person you see tonight. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. Check us out on YouTube. Fucking just Google me, motherfucker, Twitch, whatever. Fuck it. Let's go. Let's go. I love and appreciate all of you. I love you guys. Let's go. Dilly. Peace.
This is either madness or brilliance. It's got to be the